Cutting through the bull in the post-truth apocalypse present the Star Wars Symposium.
Hello. And Mike. Hello. Apologies if I sound a bit rough. I have nearly died of man flu this week. Severe man flu. To the point where I thought I was actually going to that tomb I've got built in the garden.
You know, so even the man flu he gets is worse than the man flu you or I might get.
Yeah, it is.
Special Ben flu.
To take down a hulking force of masculinity like me, it's got to be pretty tough, hasn't it? You two, pacifist and a poet, ain't it much knock you two on your feet, is it?
Well,
to be fair, I succumbed to the illness. I say you defeated me. I stay in bed for like 3 days until I get
That's
home.
what I did.
Okay, it works.
Caught on some sleep though, I'll say that much.
good on you.
Right,
Good for you.
So this week we're going to continue with our Star Wars Symposium, starting the original trilogy, or the OT, which will sound technical.
That's what the cool kids call it.
Yeah.
The OT.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sleep with me, baby. I call it the OT. Do you mean the original trilogy? Oh yeah. That's never happened ever.
And not one of the many fucking revamps he did of it.
Well, do you know what's going to become tragically apparent as we work our way through the movies is, in my mind, I am now unable to differentiate between the unedited versions and the fucked with versions, because I have seen the fucked with versions a lot more.
Yeah, I think the trick is the later fucked up versions, he replaced a lot of the background characters with CGI.
Yeah, a lot of it's
aliens
very
and stuff,
obvious,
didn't he?
but
He had
there's
that
also
singing alien,
cuts.
didn't he?
Oh, he put that weird singing alien in as
Yeah.
well. That was shitly done.
I
Don't
think
fuck with it, George.
the most was done to A New Hope, but he fucked with all three of them. But
Especially fucked with a bit in Jedi, Return of the Jedi, with Jabba's floating palace thing.
yeah, you don't happen to have, do you, anywhere at home in your mother's attics anywhere, your original VHS tapes of the trilogy the first time it was released?
No.
Oh man, they're pre-special edition ones. They go for hundreds and hundreds of pounds
Wow.
because he sort of denies access. We can't watch the original cuts, can we, anywhere?
No.
Like, you can find them online, allegedly, I've heard. But yeah, if you can find your original VHS tapes, get them fuckers on eBay, trust me. So, I think my brother has his. But yeah, everything now, because I've got the DVDs, the DVD box set, but that's special edition.
Yeah, same as me, yeah.
So,
I used to have all the figures,
yeah, we got a lot of figures.
and I had a rare one. I had the Moose Man,
Oh, from
Jabba's.
Jabba's Palace, yeah,
yeah.
Oh, awesome. Excellent, man. Kenner.
Well, it's gone now. I sold it years ago. But
Yeah, we've got a few. But as will become apparent, as you will have heard last week's episode, won't you, dear listener? We're not Star Wars experts.
Oh no.
This isn't a Star Wars centric podcast or even a movie review podcast, really. We're just three sort of armchair fans who love it. So don't get angry with us at home, like.
And the point was
Not
that I
knowing.
hadn't watched the new ones, had I?
Yeah.
So this was their attempt, Gaz and Mike's attempt to get me back into it.
Into the Disney era, basically. You basically binge watched the Disney era Star Wars in a week, and I thought that was an opportune time to just pick Ben's brain and have a general Star Wars discussion symposium, if you will. We've got some articles to read
Yes,
later on,
we'll do some weird news as well.
Yep.
some conspiracy
we'll start
stuff.
Yeah. So should we start with the weird news?
Yeah,
Weird
this is your first episode, Weird News. It's some random shit we find on the net. Take about 20 minutes and then we'll get into the main sort of cut and thrust of today's topic, the War of Stars.
Let's get the boys' views on this week's weird news.
So what's the first one, Mike? Blackpool hit by 4 earthquakes just days after fracking started again in the area. No shit.
Oh.
Blackpool has been hit by 4 earthquakes just days after the controversial practice of fracking began again in the area. The latest quake hit this afternoon at levels where scientists say the process should proceed with caution.
Or not just stop.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Oh, there's earthquakes. Maybe you should just stop, not proceed with caution.
there's money to be made.
Well, that's it. That's the problem.
That's it.
And I'm sure, now I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but can you necessarily say that just because somebody started some innocent fracking over here and some earthquakes happened here, right next to it, doesn't mean the two things are related?
Well, let's finish the article, shall we?
It does if they weren't having earthquakes there before.
Not necessarily, could be coincidence.
Ah, coincidence. Fracking was stopped for years after 2 earthquakes in Lancashire, and experts have now raised fears there may be trouble ahead. But while there's moonlight,
And music,
and love and romance, we
we'll
can
face the
you.
fracking and die in an earthquake.
David Smythe, the emeritus professor of geophysics, University of Glasgow. I didn't go to uni. I have no
We're so
idea.
fucking professional.
Told
I know
me-
it's emeritus because Stan Lee is the chairman emeritus of Marvel. Sorry to interrupt. There you go.
Oh,
Facts.
I thought you might have picked that up from being at university.
No, comics.
Oh. I'm surely you had a professor, whatever, at the uni you're at.
Professor emeritus. No, they were just.
That was a shit uni I went to. So.
It's not like I went to fucking Cambridge.
Yeah.
Fucking up.
We went to old polytechnics. I did anyway.
I went to Aberystwyth University, a shithole seaside town with a population of 73 on the coast of Wales. One nightclub!
I went to Liverpool.
Ben refers to the fact that we've both been to uni as if, you know, we're some sort of upper class scum. But
No, I guess that you might have known what that emerit. I can't even say it.
Emeritus. I did know what it meant in the end when I thought back to my time reading comic books.
Well, okay. Well, anyway, he says, David Smythe.
Oh man, we could all work for Radio 4.
Recent research by Stanford University shows that these tiny tremors can be indicators of bigger quakes to follow, like canaries in a coal mine. I never went well with the canaries, did it?
Didn't.
Do you reckon the canaries had an award, survivors award badge if they made a couple of trips down?
Maybe.
I wonder what the life expectancy was of a canary.
They deserve one.
I'm intrigued now. Yeah, so Blackpool, Lancashire has been at the centre of the angry debate over fracking after 2 earthquakes in 2011 forced the practice to stop. Initial studies by the British Geological Society suggest the quakes were linked to fracking activities, while an independent report found most likely the reported repeated seismicity.
Seismicity, yeah.
Yeah, well, the ground was shaking. was induced by direct injection of fluid into the fault zone.
That's what they do, isn't it? They inject all these chemicals and water, high pressure into the cracks beneath the earth, force the gas out.
What happens to the chemical water?
Well, that goes into our water table.
Oh.
That's why in Flint, Michigan, you can set your tap water on fire.
Yeah.
But they sell the gas and make loads of money, don't they?
Yay, capitalism!
I mean,
Destroying nature.
yeah, and we're just the ants, the foolish ants who have to live amongst the nature. They'll be fine in their spaceships and their underwater tube cities. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a report recently saying that 71% of all CO2 emissions is from 100 companies.
Wow.
I heard, apparently, a group of scientists have said that in 20 years the planet will be uninhabitable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see, now I'm worried because I always thought it was going to be after I was dead.
Yeah, I'm starting to give a shit now.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a cavalier attitude. I thought, you know what, the kids are going to grow up in a post-nuclear wasteland. More fool them.
Yeah. They should have stopped me doing this.
Pull themselves up by their bootstraps, if there's such a thing as bootstraps in the apocalypse.
I'd have thought so.
But is it definitely going to be uninhabitable, or is it just it might be?
Well, it might be if we continue the same rate we're going.
Right. 20 years. 55 will be. Well, I will.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
55, that's no age.
Certainly
I don't know, for someone living a couple of 100 years ago, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but we're not. We've
Yeah.
got fucking iPhones and fucking, I don't know, stuff. We should be dying at 55. And I've
Yeah.
smoked a lot of fat, I've done a lot of chemicals, I've done a lot of bad things. to
You're
my
one
body.
man, your body's like a fracking site
Yeah.
anyways.
It really is. I suppose I should be happy with 55 actually. I really should. I should sacrifice myself to the rest of the family and let them eat me.
What, so they go get high?
Well, yeah, I'd survive another week maybe. They can't put me in the freezer, can they? There won't be a freezer. So, yeah, anyway, back to...
They'd have to hang you and salt you.
Well, have you been watching us in the bedroom?
Well, you know.
She salts and paddles me. Back to the article.
Pretty much that's kind of it, really. I mean,
So one day the Blackpool Tower could, in theory, under an earthquake, fall down and like wipe out a couple of thousand chavs.
yeah.
All on a drinking binge. It would be like the biggest
All of these
travesty.
pink cowboy hats everywhere,
Yeah, there'll be
fluttering back to
orange-
Earth as the dust settles.
Orange-skinned ghouls wearing pink angel wings will lay smashed under the ruins.
Is that such a bad thing?
Well, they'll probably, the clean-up is they'll probably just sweep it all out to sea, wouldn't they? 'Cause it's right there, isn't it, on the seafront.
Just brush and
Let the plankton have it.
I've actually never been to Blackpool.
I've been once.
Been a few times.
It's not as bad as... Well, it is and it
It's a bit
isn't.
shit, innit?
Yeah, it's a bit tacky, a bit naff, but you...
Fucking cold as well. I
Yeah,
went in September, it's freezing.
That's a silly time to go to the seaside.
It was early September though,
Okay, fair enough.
but it was still freezing.
It's a strange place, Ben. I think we're a bit past it now. Maybe in our 20s we might have had a fun night in
Yeah.
Blackpool. I think now everything will be noisy and annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything will get on our nerves a bit.
Yeah, I'll just stay and have a cup of tea.
In the daytime. We can do some daytime gambling. We'll do it old fogey style. We'll go to the 2p machines. We'll hit Costa. Fucking hell. We'll go to the top of the tower. We'll go and see a pantomime. Get killed in an earthquake.
Only if Hugh Davidson's in it.
We're not that old.
No, we're not.
We're doing ourselves a disservice. You know.
I think we can still kick it.
Yeah.
Maybe me and Gaz, not so much more.
I'm a year older than you two.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks mate.
No, his liver's had an whole extra year of processing.
He can barely drink.
He did quite well. He didn't end up like me, going full Alex in the streets.
That's true.
You could say, I can't drink.
To be fair, I did stop about 2 hours before you two. I was on cokes towards the end of the night.
And I was so drunk I didn't even notice that.
Good times.
Yeah. What's the next one?
So, yeah,
Blackpool's going to vanish into the sea eventually. It's going to break off.
So fracking bad, yeah?
Cracking bad. Unless you want earthquakes.
But we need gas too though, don't we? Just plain devil's advocate.
No.
No, we don't need gas.
No, we can use solar and everything.
We
like
have
that.
a gas
So
cooker at home. I need gas.
Well, yeah, but we need to change the whole
Get the times, yeah, electric, they're better.
energy infrastructure, don't we?
Yeah.
Get
Well,
away
just-
from coal and gas and.
Or instead of me
things.
having to spend money, Ben, on an electric cooker, maybe they could just keep on fracking and I can keep using my gas and, yeah, fuck everyone else.
Yeah, and what about when they frat round here and then your water becomes contaminated?
Well, then I will protest. And I'll
Then
say,
I'll get electric one.
Yeah.
You go to prison if you protest.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That guy got shut down, didn't he, and sent away.
It was rescinded on appeal.
He's a fractivist.
Fact, I like it. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, frack off. Let's do the next one. Tesco worker suing supermarket for £20,000 after colleague, quote, farted in his face.
Well,
I would want 20 fucking grand at least for that. A Tesco worker who claims he was bullied because he was a Muslim is suing the company after a colleague broke wind in his face. Customer assistant Atif Masood is suing the supermarket chain for harassment and race discrimination. The 42-year-old is demanding £20,000 after he claims the incident at a branch in Thornton Heath was not investigated properly. Mr. Masood claims it was one of a number of acts of, quote, less favourable treatment he suffered because of his Muslim background, the Evening Standard reports. Tesco denies the claims despite an internal investigation found that there was, quote, sufficient evidence from CCTV footage to support his farting allegation.
oh, I'd love to see that footage.
Someone's trolled through all that looking for someone farting in someone's face.
Oh, you're seeing him stumble backwards going, ah!
Yeah, well, if they had heat-sensitive cameras, they'd see it.
Oh,
wouldn't they?
yeah.
In legal papers submitted to the London South Employment Tribunal, Mr. Masood claims there was, quote, too much racism in the Thornton Heath store.
Is there an acceptable amount of racism?
Yeah.
There was just too much racism.
It was over the chart. He claims and felt he was discriminated against by colleagues because he was Pakistani. The Evening Standard reports that through his lawyers, Raham Low Solicitors, Mr. Masood alleges it amounted to unwarranted conduct which had the purpose or effect of violating his dignity or creating an intimidating, hostile, degrading, humiliating and or rather smelly and offensive situation. I added smelly. The act of breaking wind in the claimant's face, a smelly environment for him because of his race.
It's smelly environment for anybody.
Yes, because he is Pakistani, he's especially sensitive to the fart smells.
Very sensitive nose.
Yes. Well,
I do feel for this guy, but
Me too.
20 grand for a fight in the face is a bit...
nah, I don't know, Mike. If I was just sat there at work, innocently minding my business on my break, and some fucking disgusting sluzz bucket sleazeball put his anus right next to my face and absolute, you know, some farts that like you can taste, just like horrendous.
A real
you know, like,
butter crippler.
Imagine your dad's first thing in the morning fart, you know, it really sounds like it's wet, but it's not. It's just, there's ripples of cheeks flapping around against each other and right in your fucking mush.
Were the pants down or pants up?
Yeah, to me that doesn't matter.
Doesn't
I'm
it?
at work. I am fucking
Well, with the pants down, you
20k.
may actually feel the wind on your face.
20k. If he did it with his pants down, the colleague would have been. He was death by blunt force trauma to the brain. Right? I would have murdered him probably and lost my temper. Through the trousers, I at least want fiscal compensation for that. You've got a right as an employee not to have farts projected into your face.
As a human being, Gaz, I think.
Yes.
It's a human right.
Well, I don't know, if you're at home and a family member does it, it's just sort of fair game. But a colleague, well, you've got grounds to sue. That's what the system's there for you, lawyers.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't you think the system's getting a bit ridiculous when it's £20,000?
Alright then, Mike, we're forgetting it. So the fart in the face is pretty bad. But
Not
the fact is,
He's
they
also
did it
blaming
because he's a
racism.
Muslim. Yeah, they did it
Well,
because
that's
they were
different.
like, have that, you horrible Muslim person, you deserve farts in your face. I wouldn't fart in sweet old Linda's face because she's white, not like you, Mr. Masood.
But maybe, yeah, if that's the case, then that's different, isn't it? That's racial discrimination. But if this guy was farting in everybody's face...
Has anyone thought that Mr. Masood might be a bit of a cunt?
Still,
Doesn't
Ben,
deserve a fart in the
you
face.
can't do that to a colleague and not expect legal ramifications. Like, you could do that to someone on the bus, and if they tracked you down, they'd sue you. You know, it's kind of an assault. If you spit on someone, that's classed as an assault.
Yeah, that's true. And
I farted. He's literally projected microscopic poo particles.
I don't think that's how farts work, is it? It's just
Of course, there's got to be It's air from the same tract
it's
where
gas, isn't it? It's a gas.
Yeah, but it's got.
This is methane.
Mate, you're telling me there's no microscopic turd particles in a fart?
Would they get to the trousers?
Wait, we'll do some online research. It doesn't matter.
Alright, well, either way.
I hope he wins the 20 grand.
Tesco unable to comment on ongoing legal actions. I don't know, it's... see, whenever I see that, so if someone's farted in his face, and then he's like, oh, it's because I'm Pakistani, I always think, oh... But do you need to pay? Do you need to say it's because of that?
Well, we don't know, do we, Ben? I mean, let's be honest. If it was because he was Pakistani, he was being singled out, then he's got to...
Yeah, exactly. We haven't heard both sides of the story.
Yeah, that's true.
He shouldn't have farted in his face.
No,
that's asking
no,
for trouble.
he shouldn't have farted in his face, unless he was a complete cunt.
Well, even then, still bullying, isn't it?
Well, if he'd been bullying everybody and this was this guy just strike back. We don't know the dynamics of that team.
The volatile compounds responsible for odour are often only a part of the material it came from. So inhaling the scent of fresh baked bread, for example, does not transfer all the complex hydrocarbons into your lungs. There's bits of...
That doesn't say anything. That doesn't prove anything. It's not about bread.
Yeah. It's saying... Alright, science
And it was
officer.
arguing against... Wasn't it arguing against your
No.
theory?
No. Howstuffworks.com.
Alright, well, let's have the next one, Mike, while Gaz is looking.
Alright.
Okay. Fendi, who I presume is some kind of fashion designer people, £750 vulva scarf makes wearers look like they're being born.
No, it doesn't.
Apparently this scarf looks like a vagina. Yeah, I suppose it... No, not really, no.
Well, I think he does a bit.
A bit, yeah. The more I look at it...
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah. It's called the Touch of Fur Shawl by Fendi. It's new in this season's women's wear collection. It'll cost you £750. It's peachy pink, made from silk and wool trimmed with real fox fur.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And it looks like a giant vulva. Yes, that's the vagina, the external female genital organ.
Okay,
There you go.
So essentially, if you fart with your trousers off,
Mm-hmm.
I might get some microbial fecal matter.
Oh, right, okay.
If you're farting through your clothing, then the chances are quite low that they're gonna be
Right.
sort of filtered out.
So that's the crucial bit of evidence we don't know from the article.
So, Mr. Masood may not have breathed. I retract my previous statement. I've been proved wrong by science. He may not have breathed in the poop of a stranger. But still, not nice.
What do you think of the vulva scarf thing, guys?
Yeah, what do you reckon?
Utterly ridiculous. Shit bollocks, total fashion, typical fashion twat shit. I've lost the ability to form reasonable sentences over this. It doesn't even look like you're being born, because nobody comes out like with an adult head, like, with full makeup on and like earrings. It just looks like, to me, not very nice coloured. If I saw a woman wearing that, I would not think vagina. I would look
You'll
at...
think, oh my god, that woman's being born!
Seriously, no. If I looked at that scarf on a woman, I would not think vagina.
No, I
when
think
my
she-
eye line naturally moved down to her crotch level and I stared at her box as she walked by, then I would think vagina. But no,
I
not
think
the
she was a
scarf.
twat for wearing fox fur, to be fair.
Is it fox fur?
It is real fox fur. So yeah, that's why I'd think of that. I think you're a twat for wearing
Feminism.
fur.
What about
Is
if
that
I had
what
a
it-
scarf that looked like a couple of bollocks hanging
Mike, you'll probably design one next year. Send
What's
me on
this in
YouTube.
aid of though? Is this some sort of fucking protest? Is
No,
this
this
some
is
sort of
just
statement.
this is what he's trying to flog you for £750.
Ah, fuck it.
God, we're in the wrong business. Mike could make
We
a
talk about
scarf.
Star
We could
Wars
sell to
now.
people. Yeah, let's talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right. So, episode 4, A New Hope. Who wants to start us off?
Well, we don't have a script, so what should we say?
Well, let's go through what happens. I mean, Luke's on Tatooine. He's grown up. He's with Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. He wants to go off and join the rebellion. You got Obi-Wan living in the desert.
Blue milk.
Obviously, the film starts with Princess Leia's ship being captured, doesn't it?
Well,
And we get to see Vader and stormtroopers who look a lot more lethal at this point.
well, let's maybe not go for it all. Should we sort of give you a review? Where do you hold A New Hope in in your Star Wars standings?
Oh, it's
Number
up
two.
there.
Is
Number
it
two.
is it up there for you? Because for me, shockingly, for the OT, sorry, it's my least favourite of the OT.
Oh, it's my
Sorry.
second favourite.
I'm sorry.
Overall.
It's my second favourite of the OT.
Why? Tell me why.
Why? You got to think about the time that it was created. I mean, 1977. The special effects, they still pretty much hold up today.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad at all.
They're not too bad. The story it's a great story, as we've been through.
Well,
It's
it's
like the
classic.
hero's journey, all that.
Yeah, we touched on that last week, dear
Mhm.
listener. Go back if you haven't.
It was revolutionary.
It was at the time, yeah. But I just think of the three, it's just my personal opinion, of watching them back, that's the one I enjoy the least. I get why it's the most important. But I don't know, I just enjoy.
I don't like Jedi.
A lot of people don't, then I think it's too.
I think
Return of the
it's
Muppets.
I think it's too kiddie.
Yeah,
Mm.
Return
I
of
think
the
he went the
Muppets.
wrong. I think he was trying to get
As
another.
a kid, it was my favourite.
Yeah.
Because it had the Ewoks. You know, when I'm a young kid, I used
Yeah.
to love it. As I got older,
Sure,
it's further and further back.
Yeah, it's a weird film for me actually, but we'll get to that.
I do like In A New Hope. I mean, obviously, I love A New Hope. I'm not saying I don't like A New Hope. It's just of the three, if I'm going to choose a Star Wars film to watch, that's the one I'll choose the least. I do love sort of Luke's life on Tatooine. I like that he's got.
Wamping.
Yeah, he's like a teenager with a hot
G16.
rod, you know, but it's like a pink hover car thing. And
I'm not a big fan of Luke, I must admit, as a character. I think.
Why?
power
this one?
converters.
Yeah, he's not-
Yeah, but he's supposed.
I know
to
what
be,
it's
isn't he?
supposed to be. And it works, but he's just not my favourite character. You know what I mean? I know.
Who do you prefer?
Well, mine was Han Solo when
Yeah.
I was younger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, as I'm older, it's probably Obi-Wan Kenobi.
but it's pretty cool.
And I still think Boba Fett is pretty cool, even if he doesn't do a lot.
He just looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks very cool, and he's the proto
Clone trooper.
clone trooper.
Here's a question. Do you reckon any of them clone troopers are still knocking around at this point? Like ultra fucking veteran type guys, just.
Oh yeah, because think about it. All right then, put it into context. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust Mike's. Oh, it looks like it's falling. Do you want to press pause? Sorry guys. It looks like it's going to fold off.
Oh yeah.
Where have all those clone troopers gone?
Yeah, well, they've either been
Are they
killed off
still-
through. They've either been killed off through attrition
Yeah.
because they've just ran it. They've just used them all up in
Old
various
age.
wars. Old age,
age.
They
maybe.
do, because they say on number 2 that they age rapidly, don't they?
They have
Oh,
accelerated growth.
Yeah.
Once they get to a certain point and then age normally. You
Oh.
wouldn't want a soldier that's only good for 2 years, would you?
Well, I'm not saying. How long has passed? Is it 30 years?
Storyline.
Is it
30
20
years.
years? It's going to be
did you
20
say?
years. And Luke's not that old at this point.
It's about 20,
Yeah,
yeah.
but 20.
About 20 years.
That's a, you know, you're fighting
Mm.
for 20 years solid, a lot of them are going to die.
They are.
That's true.
but Maybe there's still one or two knocking around somewhere.
But the Empire's at its strongest point now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the Death
So
Star.
far in the grand scheme of the story.
They're building the Death Star.
No, it's finished.
No, it's
isn't it?
it's operational, yeah.
Oh, right, yes it is, of course.
Yeah, he
Destroy
destroys
Alderaan,
Alderaan,
Well, it's
Yeah.
operational at the end of Rogue One, isn't it?
Yeah.
She handles that quite well, doesn't she?
She
Once
does.
her entire planet explode.
We're skipping forward a little bit because remember the Empire have raided Leia's ship. They've taken Leia prisoner. Vader's force choked some bitches, and there's a crucial moment of everything that comes to pass.
It is,
Right.
and it's highlighted in Family Guy.
It is, and it's in Spaced as well, which is what I first did the comedy with Nick.
Yeah,
Oh,
no space.
yeah.
And basically, the droids,
Mm.
R2D2 has the Death Star plans and the message for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mm.
On the Star Destroyer, they say, "Oh, there's an escape pod launch, and should I shoot it down?" He says, "No, there's no life forms reason." If he'd have shot that pod down, regardless, then Obi-Wan never meets Luke.
Mm.
The Death Star plans never make it to the rebellion.
Mm.
The entire thing is an Empire
Yeah.
win.
It's all because that one guy.
That one guy's like,
And in Family Guy, they go, "Yeah, what are we doing? Saving on the fucking by the laser
"Are we
beam here?"
paying by the laser now?"
Yeah.
It's true. If R2 never makes it to Obi-Wan, then he never contacts Luke because as far as he's concerned, everything's peachy.
Mm. Yeah.
But the rebellion
But-
never gets the Death Star plans.
Mm.
Luke never becomes a Jedi.
It's all that one cunt's fault.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
all that
Empire.
one guy's fault.
Yeah, but to be fair, put yourself in his shoes, right? the escape pod fires.
Yeah.
You scan it, no life reading, so you think, I'll shoot it down anyway. And someone's like, did you just fucking blow up one of our pods?
Yeah, but it's like...
Yeah, why? Was there life readings on board? It's because we haven't, authorised someone can leave. No, I think it just ejected on its own, like there's no life form. So you fucking blew it up. You destroyed property, right?
Of the Empire?
Yeah, you get to the fucking gulag, you know what I mean? Is that right? What's a gulag?
No, you'd just be sent to the front line probably, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
So
well,
be taken off your cushy Star Destroyer post and sent as a
Or
stormtrooper.
ejected into space, we don't know.
No, I think they just wouldn't waste the body, they just send him off as a grunt.
They must have a prison for...
Then again, you own the galaxy. Think about how much fucking tax...
Yeah, but Mike, that's how the rich stay rich. They shop at Aldi, they look after the penny and it takes care of the pound. You don't just start spunking it away. That's how
the
the rich...
super rich, they don't, do they?
I just think this guy's
They
got a
eat out
point.
fucking restaurants every night, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Top class restaurants.
I think this guy, yes, you're right. If he'd have shut it down, the whole saga's done. But he didn't, and I don't think he's among for not shooting it down. It had no life forms. And I probably thought he's probably playing it safe because it doesn't look like the nicest environment to work in.
No, because you've got Vader Force choking people randomly if they fuck up.
No, but they're after some plans, and everyone must know that they're after these plans.
No, but how classified is it?
Well, I don't know. That's a good point. That's a good question. But you'd think that they would have been briefed on what they're going to do. Oh, they got some stolen plans of the Death Star. We're going to go and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because there's no life form in that pod, doesn't mean that the plans themselves couldn't have been put into the pod and sent.
Yeah, but he's just your basic cannon operator. He's not thinking like
He's
that.
thinking like, unless there's like a really clear threat, I haven't got permission to fire, so I've got to ask my superior, and if he says no, then I'm not going to do anything. He's been a cautious employee, he's playing it by the book and covering his own ass.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I don't have a problem with him then. I have a problem with his superior officer that said don't fire.
Yeah. Because then he's going to answer to another superior officer.
Hey, a pacifist, so you just fire anyway.
Well, I am, but I'm talking about.
He's a laser cannon.
It's a waste of resources just shooting empty bloody. Because you could retract that.
Yeah, we're paying by the laser. Do you know what I mean? They're multi-million fucking dollar.
I mean, how many Star Destroyers have they got?
It's
them things got to be cheap.
It's a regime. It's an empire. It's a fascist empire.
How much does it cost per laser beam to fire?
You don't make decisions like that.
I don't know. I wouldn't have to say. I mean, I suppose it's all powered by the ship, isn't it? So you're using fuel, I suppose, if anything.
I'm just saying.
$5 to fire a laser beam.
I just don't think he had the authority. I just think he was playing it safe, like you said, Ben. Yeah, he was
covering his own
towing the company
that's
line.
fine. We said that's fine with him. Then it's a superior officer's fault, then, isn't it?
No, but then he's got a superior officer, so he's
got to keep it in the budget, has he?
Eventually, it leads to Vader.
I put it like this way, right? So the guy who's operating the laser cannon is like one of my people at work. He asks me, and I go, I can't make that decision. I'll go and ask the guy above me.
Yeah.
And then that goes up, and eventually gets to a point where the guy below goes, you know what, my boss is Vader. Just don't bother.
Yeah, don't shoot it down. What did you say, no life forms? Well, fucking leave it
Yeah,
there.
he's leaving it
You
there.
won't miss a fucking pod. You don't just get caught shooting down our own equipment, do you? You might think you're a traitor and fucking rip your windpipe out with the Force. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. So, I just...
Or did Princess Leia somehow use a Force to make that guy... Was that too far-fetched?
Maybe Ben Kenobi was doing it.
No, because I don't think he'd have known what was going on, would he?
He's very powerful.
He is. Would he have sensed? Then how far was? They weren't near Tatooine.
Yeah, but the Force can spread galaxies. We've seen that with the Last Jedi.
But then again, Vader didn't recognise Leia because she hadn't opened up the Force.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Look, aren't we glad the guy didn't shoot the fucking pod down?
obviously.
Yeah, because
the Empire.
Next couple of films have been shit.
Yeah. Really? Well,
It would have
the
just
first
been
film would have been
the
shit.
Empire just massacring people.
Yeah.
It would have been a slaughter.
It would have been the rebel base on Yavin getting just blown up. Yavin would have been blown apart by the fucking generals. Oh, we'll skip. We'll get them. Yeah.
And imagine if they could shoot straight. How many people?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's what amuses me on Tatooine. When you get to Tatooine and Obi-Wan's met Luke, and there's the sand crawlers, aren't they? The little guy. What do they call the little guys in the hoods? The Jawas.
Jawas.
Yeah.
And one of their sand crawlers been taken out, and Luke says, "Oh, do you think it was sand people?" That's not a slur. and Obi-Wan turns around, completely deadpan, Alec Guinness, and says, "Oh no, there's only Imperial stormtroopers in this action." You're like, you don't hit jack shit the rest of the fucking 3 films.
But they did in the Clone Wars.
They did.
So yeah, he's speaking.
So the fresh batch of stormtroopers obviously shit.
Well, they must be humans.
Yeah, they're not clones, are they?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
They're
that's
just any
Finn's
old
not a
bloke who
clone,
fits
is he?
into a uniform. You know what I mean? As long as you're the right height and weight, there's a fucking white
Well, I mean,
plastic
in
space uniform.
Solo, Han
conscript,
joins up.
The conscript.
In the conscript, but you can probably volunteer as well.
Yeah.
He probably seems to have a cushier life and living as a grunt somewhere, isn't it? I mean, living on some shitty fucking backwater planet. Might as well go join the Empire. Although Luke wants to join the rebellion.
You'd love it. You would definitely be a captain of some sort of AT-AT, or wouldn't he?
Yeah. I want to be that.
Oh no, he'd have one of them two-legged AT-ATs and be jealous of the big four-legged ones.
No,
so
I
you'd
would
have a bit of
be,
success.
I wouldn't be that guy from Rogue One, all in the white with the swishy cape.
Oh, Krennic.
Yeah, I quite like
What,
him.
the twat.
Yeah. I'd want the cape. Let's put it that way.
Don't choke on your aspirations.
That's a great line.
Yeah,
I love that.
You know, some fans were unhappy. They're like, we don't like quippy Vader. He doesn't quip. Like, yes, he does.
Of course he does.
It's like they haven't watched the original. Like, he fucking quips all the time. Well, not all the time, but he says lines
Yeah.
like that. You know. I can't think of any right off the top of my head, but well, maybe not even puns, but just like sort of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner. Like, he says badass shit.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Well, he
you know.
force chokes that officer on the bridge, doesn't he?
Yeah, does he say a snappy one-liner afterwards?
He says, he says something about your sorcerer's ways, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, and then he chokes
don't
him.
underestimate the power of the force.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Force choking. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I'd be dangerous. Like I said, I would definitely be a Sith. I would be turned. I think we covered that last week, but it would be very easy to turn me to a Sith. Because I mean, come on, the ability to force choke. How many people in your normal course of a day do you feel like shutting up?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Red lightsaber too.
Well, oh god, that would be a drunk person with a lightsaber. Fuck.
Could you force deep throat somebody?
What the?
I think that's just called rape.
What do you mean? Like use the force, shove the force down someone's throat, not your dick. What do you mean?
Project your penis via the force.
You can't detach your penis and use the force to send it down someone's throat like a fucking projectile, because then you've cut your dick off. I mean, you could, I suppose, shove the force down someone's throat, kill them that way. I guess. Of course you could. I guess.
You still kind of force choking them though.
Yeah.
In a way.
It's just
Well,
a sexy.
bit of foreplay in it.
Oh right.
This is what you can expect from force deep throat.
Right. Well, yeah.
You can use the force to make someone deep throat you, if that's what you're thinking. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Of course you can. You can just point your
I
fingers
don't
at
want
her
to be
head.
deep throated myself.
No, point your fingers at her head and then just boom, and her head's just like ow, ow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking, use the force to literally. This is all a bit dark.
And this is the guy training to be a Jedi.
Yeah, you're gonna get kicked out of the Jedi University talking like this. So I've got a question. Yes, Padawan.
Can I use the force to mouth rape someone, please?
Where do
I
you
didn't say
stand?
rape, I meant consensual. It's all consensual.
But interestingly, where do you stand on the force and rape? I mean, just asking for a friend.
Oh, technically,
He's
you're
a Sith.
You're celibate.
Are you?
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
Well, that's why Anakin's a naughty boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because, but like we said, I said that this meme. What does it say? Where Anakin says, "Are you an angel?" to Padme, and then if she just said, "No, fuck off, you little slave, and don't talk to me," and then just cuts to the credits. Because it never, go and play with some space Lego or something. Just fuck off. But
Yeah,
no, instead, she's like, "Oh, bless him. 4 or 5 years time, I'm going to have sex with this little boy." What a creepy bitch.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker's mum was a fucking... He's a right one.
Jar Jar on the side.
Oh man.
Taking his massive... What species is he?
Gungan.
His massive Gungan cock.
Or he just ejaculates some
Gungan...
eggs.
Is there such a thing in the Star Wars universe as Gungan cuckold porn? Sissy man watches wife ravaged by 16-inch Gungan dick.
On Naboo, maybe. What happens on Naboo stays on Naboo.
Fuck. Oh dear, that was all rather filthy.
Yes, it was.
I don't know how we got there. It was Mike's fault. Actually, science officer.
Yeah. Well, you do see Obi-Wan use the old Jedi mind trick in this when him and Luke go to Tatooine after Aunt Peru and...
well segued.
Thank you. And what's the uncle's name?
Oh,
You said it earlier.
Uncle Owen.
That's it.
Uncle Owen.
They've been killed.
Just
That's a dark
skeletons.
fucking
It is,
scene.
isn't it?
Yeah.
They're just burning skeletons.
Yeah.
Skeleton or skelling? Skeleton.
Skeleton, yeah.
Stormtroopers didn't miss that one, did they?
Well, there's a theory Boba Fett did that.
Ah.
I don't know if we've got that as a fan theory for later, so it's something I glanced across earlier, but yeah, the theory that Boba Fett was actually hunting Luke down as well.
Oh, on for who? For
For Vader.
He doesn't know who Luke
He
is.
doesn't
Or
know
the
him
Emperor
yet.
even.
Or does
He
the
doesn't
Emperor
know.
know? Who knows at the end of episode 3? Leia's mum and dad.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
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 Yeah, the Palpatine's pretty strong, you might have been able to pick him up.
Yeah, he might have got it from the Force.
He's in whopping Womprats in his T-16, using the Force.
Yeah. But yeah, they do. That is cool. The first time you see them use the Force. Remember how you felt
Yeah, it was like,
first
whoa,
time you saw it?
these
You're like, oh,
aren't the
that's
droids you're looking for.
Yeah. That's
Ah,
pretty cool.
In a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, that fucking.
Much like Telford.
Yeah. There's a bar in LA called Scum and Villainy, and it looks like that cantina on
They
the
don't play that
inside.
fucking song all the time, do they?
Well, I hope not. No, 'cause people. They probably play it a bit, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool place.
Yeah.
Scum and Villainy. A hive of scum and villainy. That bar is pretty cool. And fucking hell.
I
Why
noticed
change
watching
it?
Rogue One last night, the two guys in the bar who start on
Yeah, they're in it.
Rogue One.
They are, yeah. Some people say that fucks with the timeline a bit, but they could have made it to the bar.
Yeah.
I was going to say, fuck balls and shit. Oh yeah, we might as well get to it, because we're at the bar.
Percy
Han.
lightsaber in action.
Han, Greedo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did he change it? I mean, I get why he did it, because he thinks it's a better character trait, but come on, it's cool that Han shot first.
Well, we see Han shoot first in Solo.
Yeah, I love that little nod. That was
Yeah.
clearly done on purpose to say that, yeah, of course he shoots first. And
Yeah.
fucking hell, Beckett says to him, you did the right choice, kid, I would have fucking shot you dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
so,
grown up in that environment. He knows
Yeah.
what these people are like.
so that's why he shot first. There's no, I don't think there's any, I got no problem with Han shooting first.
No, no me. That's his lifestyle.
Yeah, and the cut that makes Greedo shoot first, it looks shit. There's obvious been some fuckery. Yeah, it's one of them. Wish he'd left it alone. But hey, alas, what can they do?
Yeah, it's tragic.
Well, I tell you what they can do. You can go online and bitch like a little fucking weasel with nothing else to do, and write big long Reddit posts. If I can,
You know, wouldn't it be cool if there's no copyright
Yeah.
and like anybody could make a Star Wars?
someone's
film?
done it. Oh, not made one. Someone's edited. People have done their own
Yeah,
edits.
and things, but-
Yeah, I've never watched
Just
it.
say with any movie franchise, if there's no copyright.
No, because then like people look what happened.
and then the best would come to the top, wouldn't it?
Here. No,
Yeah.
you can't have that. I
You
know
would
it's a
just
nice
have one
idea.
person, one view.
No, it's a nice idea, Mike. But look what happened here not 10 minutes ago. Where we delved into a discussion of
Yeah.
using the Force to have aggressive sex with consenting partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone with the money can do
Yeah.
it, then people are going to take your beloved franchise
Some
and going to
people-
turn it into the most horrific, offensive, destructive, socially immoral, just degrading. Like, people could make porno snuff movies with it.
Yeah.
They could.
Yeah.
And if they got a follow, then they got a follow. And if it didn't, they wouldn't.
Don't you think that damages your brand somewhat and cheapens it?
Yeah.
If anyone can make it.
Your little kids
Yeah.
searching for Star Wars on YouTube and they
Okay,
end up
you may have hundreds of thousands of
You're
terrible,
not gonna-
terrible Star Wars films, but you might have 20 or 30 fucking awesome films.
It's a nice
They give a
idea,
different
but
perspective on it, you know, and
you can. They're called fan films, but
Yeah,
they're going to get
but
there.
And fanfic as well, you know.
Yeah.
Like that. Most of that's porn, weirdly. In all fairness.
they always make a porn parody of every film, don't they? I'm sure there's a Star Wars one.
Star Wars. That's from Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Kevin Smith film. Good movie. starring Seth Rogen. They make a Star Wars porn parody in it.
Oh, right, okay.
Part of the storyline. Yeah, good movie. Anyway, nice idea, Mike, in your hippie fantasy of Star Wars ownership. But the reality is, that's not how you make money, son, and that's not how you protect a brand.
And your idea.
They didn't pay that many billions of dollars to own Star Wars.
I know, but in another universe, there is no such thing as it's just public ownership.
I prefer it this way round.
I prefer just having the one dogmatic, Disney bought it, Disney make the films, they decide.
They've all been really good so far.
Yeah, they've been alright, yeah. But what happens if someone else could have a bit better? I'm just saying,
Well, they should have had the fucking billions to
doesn't
buy
matter
it.
because we don't live in that fucking world, we live in this shit world. So
Fucking hell.
So,
Captain, break down.
first
Thanks,
using a
reality
lightsaber and meeting Han Solo in the Mos Eisley cantina. They want a ship. They need to get to Alderaan. Here's Han and Chewie. Han once did the Kessel flight in 12 the Kessel run in 12 parsecs.
If you round up.
If you round up,
Yeah.
or round down. Sorry,
Oh yeah.
round down. Always round down.
Yeah, it's great. Well, we
You
touched
know,
on.
he's a legendary smuggler.
we've got the Cantina band as well playing.
Yeah, the cantina band.
Somebody did a tune. But
But
not for too long. We don't get sued.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Mickey. Heil Mickey. Allegedly, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Mickey's just an innocent creation of a Nazi. He's not a Nazi himself.
So we do.
Back to Star Wars.
We take off Maldron, narrowly avoiding capture at the hands of the Empire. They've now figured out that those were the droids they were looking for.
Yeah. Should have shot down that capsule.
Yeah, and they escape, they head into Alderaan. They encounter an asteroid field because Alderaan isn't there anymore. It's been destroyed by the Death Star. As we mentioned earlier, Leia took surprisingly well.
Yeah. It's a children's film, isn't it? Let's be honest. Essentially, at this point, they're not making like Amistad or something. It's not like.
Let's not mention the billion people that have just died.
Yeah.
Let's just.
I'm sure Carrie Fisher is capable of giving a much more traumatised performance, but I don't think it was what was asked of her in the, like, oh no, you dastardly villain, you've destroyed my world. I know she doesn't talk like that, but
Yeah, well,
it's a fairy tale.
Apparently
It's a fairy tale.
Apparently she was always being nagged because they said she was too fat, too chubby.
well,
Yeah. Well, she wasn't, but
That's why I did
for
think so.
movies.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but by Hollywood, they've got
Well,
like
yeah.
weird fucking.
She had to lose a stone or something to get the role, and she struggled with it. Or something.
Made it quite unhappy, I think. But she was fucking awesome. The kid, did I tell you we watched Return of the Jedi with my girlfriend's kids, 2 girls, aged 6 or 5 or 7 or 5 nearly. Anyway, 2 things they mentioned. They were because they know it's Princess Leia and she's running around the forest with a gun and kicking ass, and they're like, most princesses don't do that. And I was like, no, they don't do it. And I can't remember the other comment. They basically loved Ewoks and then enjoyed it. As soon as they saw an Ewok, they were like, oh, transfixed, and loved the whole movie. Tried watching A New Hope with them first, and after about an hour, they were bored to tears. I've got to be honest, it didn't get them. There is a generation gap now, unfortunately. But Jedi, they fucking.
Well, perhaps they were a bit young. 7 and
probably
5.
a bit too young, I think. Yeah.
yeah.
There was quite a lot of story in this first one.
But it's setting everything up, isn't it? You've got a lot of background to put
Yeah.
in.
They were kind of bored, but Jedi, yeah, they fucking. And then they loved Princess Leia. That's why I brought that up. They noticed. They were like, oh, she's a. And I was making jokes like, she don't need no man, no space man. Which she doesn't.
Well,
She's
she
pretty
does
badass.
at the end.
Well, yeah, I know she gets rescued, but come on, she's pretty. For the time, she's a pretty bossy, in charge female sort of character. She's not quite a damsel in distress, is she? Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
No, this is it. Let's get to that where so Han and they basically get trapped to beamed onto the Death Star, which isn't it? That's no moon. Obi-Wan decides to go on a bit of a solo mission, take out the shield generator, the tractor beam generator, so they can get away. They know that Princess Leia's on board, so they go and rescue her, and she gives Luke Skywalker a bit of lip, calling him short, which is not very nice. But she kind of engineers her own escape, really.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the one that blows a hole in the side in the wall to go down the garden chutes. She's firing back at him. Luke's a bit of a fish out of water at that point. So I was thinking, I wish
it's
I
his
wasn't
first gunfight.
Yeah. Also, I wish I wasn't wearing this stormtrooper armour because
Yeah.
It's obviously just fuck all anyway, and it's really hot in this.
And it affects your aim.
Apparently so. Although maybe because he takes his helmet off,
Yeah.
maybe that's why he can shoot better.
Yeah.
Maybe they just can't see fuck all at the moment.
Yeah, we're assuming they've got some sort of computer, like, heads-up display type, you know.
Just
What if it is
fogs up.
literally just, like, shades,
It's
like...
it's like a paintball mask.
Yeah,
It
it's just
fogs
black
up
lenses
instantly.
and you just like, I can't see a fucking... That's why we see that one bang his head and don't go fucking up. Like, they're fucking useless. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy it.
No, I wouldn't fancy being a stormtrooper full stop in all fairness. Seems quite a short life.
Well, I don't know, I'd go for it if you could get away with, like, if you could be a lazy one with a cushy posting. Do you know what I mean? If you posted on some far away... A bit like when people get posted to Cyprus,
Yeah.
you know, in the army, like, they tell you they've been in the army and like, oh, did you see any service, any, you know, action? No, I was, you know, basically Cyprus and Germany for like a few years. Oh right, sounds wonderful. It was.
Basically being on Endor before the shit happened.
Yeah, before you don't ever see any action,
Yeah.
but you get to walk around with the gun, you know, and just chill.
Or a nice compliant world that's just taking
Yeah.
the Empire's thing, doesn't give any trouble.
Yeah,
You
just
know,
nice
stroll
and cushy.
about.
I'd do that, and then retire. You meet,
Marry
no,
all the locals and...
but if it's a real story though, you'd get to like a day before retirement, and then a band of rebels would like
Yeah.
storm your post, and like, you'd get a lightsaber up the ass or something, die horrifically. But yeah, they got families too, haven't they? They must have. They're henchmen, but they've got.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of comedies have riffed on that, haven't they? About
Of course.
henchmen. They did it in Austin Powers, didn't they? As well, like.
The Star Wars Robot Chicken's worth a watch of the Stormtroopers.
Yeah,
where
I've
they do
seen
have
that
kids
one.
and that,
A
and-
day in the life.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Or bring your daughter to work
That's
day.
it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be like you say. I wouldn't want to be a stormtrooper who sees a lot of action, because I don't think you do see a lot of action. Like you say, I think you die quite quickly and easily. You haven't got much of a spacesuit to speak of, have you?
No.
It's plastic looking.
Might as well be foam in all fairness.
Yeah, with it,
for all the
with
good it does.
Lycra sort of bodysuit underneath, and yeah, I don't fancy.
I've never looked into if that armour's actually sealed, so they can survive in space or anything.
Yeah.
I think they can survive gas attacks and that.
But still, it's like it offers no protection whatsoever to the weapons at the time.
Yeah, it's pretty useless,
It
isn't it?
is.
But you know, it's cheap, mass-produced shit. There's a lot of stormtroopers.
I suppose that's the point. If you
They
even
sell it in it, you get a nice shiny new armour.
oh yeah, it's white, you'll blend in perfectly if it's snowing.
Your helmet will be brand new, I promise you. Not recycled at
No.
all. There you go.
Oh, but
my helmet smells of vomit, sir. Shut up, no it doesn't.
You know, it's this bit of brain in the back of his helmet. Just
It's
clean it
all
off.
brand new, alright?
Wasn't your dad's helmet?
Poor old Django. Django Fett Unchained. Oh no. Yeah, he did literally see his dad get decapitated.
Yeah, well, his dad should have tried to come Mace Windu, should he?
Yeah, that's very
Should have known that probably wasn't going to work out in his favour.
Poor Boba Fett saw Django got
Oh yeah, that was it.
If he'd had any fucking sense, he'd just blast his jetpack and flown to the fucking top of that arena.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he's got the fucking second most powerful Jedi in the galaxy running at him.
yeah, thought he was hard though, didn't he?
Well, he should have fucking just accepted it, really. He's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, it's on him.
It's on him.
It's definitely on him.
And he knew his son was watching.
Yeah. Well, that's what he was doing. He's trying to impress his son. Like, this is how you do it, lad. Fucking Jedis.
Oh dear. Still lovely backswing.
Yeah, but lost his head. Anyway.
Yeah. So this was Vader meeting Obi-Wan. So you know Obi-Wan shut down the tractor beam. They're on their way out. He's in full view of Luke and Leia and Han and Chewie, and they're just about to get on the Falcon. And Obi-Wan's like, "Yeah, Darth, here's a go, mate."
When you watch this one back now, this is a bit,
Yeah, it's not a good fight, is it?
No.
it's a bit dog shit. It's
Yeah,
too
I've gotta
very.
say.
It's like a massive man and an old man who can't move very well. If you strike me down, Darth, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Which is true. Force Ghost. But at the time I didn't get it. I was just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
He's just closed now. Darth pokes it a bit, doesn't he?
Isn't it the good? When we last met, you were the master and I was the apprentice, but now I'm the master.
So, I don't know. Something
And
like
the
that.
circle is complete.
No, I am the master. Darth.
Only the Master of Evil, Darth. That's what he says.
Well, yeah, it's a shit fight.
Yeah, but it's kind
It is.
But at
Obi-Wan,
the time-
Obi-Wan, I think Obi-Wan at that point is just like, you know what, I'm just going to fucking sort it now. I'm
Yeah.
fucking done with this.
It's weird though, isn't it? What happens to Jedi when they die? How the whole body just.
And only the most powerful ones, isn't it? It's only because
Yeah.
remember at the end of
Qui-Gon Jinn was the first to discover it, wasn't he?
he was one. He certainly because he trained Obi-Wan to do it, didn't he?
Because Yoda says, you know, we got
An old friend has learned to come
Yeah.
back. He's going to teach
So he
you
starts it, doesn't he?
training I have for you. So
Oh.
yeah, because he says that so Obi-Wan has basically spent 20 years on Tatooine just dicking around learning about the Force, hasn't he? In complete solitude and nothing to bother him.
Raping
But would
sand
he-
women.
Would you have used the Force? Because that might have,
Oh, he'd have learned to use it, wouldn't he?
because he would have blocked it off because in case Vader detected it and
Yeah,
found
yeah.
Luke. So maybe he kind of.
Unless he was meditating and Qui-Gon
Yeah.
was communicating
Hang
that
on
way.
then, wasn't he on Tatooine to protect Luke?
He was.
Yeah.
I suppose he must have kept an eye out on him.
But he doesn't know where Luke was, though. Or who he was.
Oh, he knows who Luke knows who he is. He's Ben Kenobi, which
Yeah.
is
No, the other way around. Does Ben know who Luke is?
yeah,
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. What? Oh, sorry, I fell down a weed hole.
I think he does, yeah.
yeah. Of course he does. Yeah, he's at the birth.
Mm.
I'm
He
sure
says,
one
"I'll
of you
take this
just-
one to Tatooine."
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give
what I
him
mean. That's why I asked. 'Cause I'm sure one of you just said he doesn't know who Luke is.
No,
Where
he
is
doesn't
he?
want Vader to know where Luke is.
Oh, so,
Mm.
fuck me. Sorry, listener. That's not good audio. It's just me being rather stoned.
Well,
Should we take a break? I need
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're back. So we did gloss over a bit, which is one of our favourite moments, which is the trash compactor scene.
Yeah, it's a classic scene, isn't it?
Yeah, the garbage snake. You think they put one of them in there intentionally, or just something that crept aboard one day?
It's probably a bacteria that grows in space trash, isn't it? And
It's probably like one of those things in, is it Cabin in the Woods or something?
I might have seen that.
Where he gets infected with that, like slug thing, and he shits it out.
Right, yeah.
Maybe the stormtroopers contracted some kind of
Oh
slug
yeah,
disease.
on some mission, and in there,
They shit it into the
Shit it
waste,
into the
and
system.
it's grown into a huge fucking
Yeah.
giant adult one.
think science officer, you've hit the most plausible explanation.
What about if that particular alien species of giant garbage slug worm thing
Yeah.
is just really efficient at turning garbage that you're throwing down there, eating it, and then somehow pooping it out into some kind of heating fuel for the ship?
Yeah, I just don't think the Empire are that really sort of like environmentally conscious, so they don't care. They're just going to dump it into space.
I suppose they are going to destroy a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dump all that trash compactor shit onto somewhere like Endor. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You're
they'd be dropping radioactive
quick-
mud onto
you're-
Endor, wouldn't they?
a cute little mammal looking up at the stars, like, oh, how pretty. And then a moon comes into view and like toxic shit waste falls into your furry little face and like, burns through your matted flesh. But
Yeah. There's a problem frozen shit that's coming from planes.
yeah, I would like to
Allegedly.
be.
Blue ice.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
being killed by a shard of that.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It does
oh,
happen,
oh.
not very often, but it does
Stabbed
happen.
through the skull with it, or through the chest, with a giant slab of
No, it's literally it's a cube. You're just crushed by it.
cube of human.
That would be our way to go, wouldn't it?
It does freak me out in the toilet on the plane. Like, it feels like you can hear outside, like when you flush. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What the?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? That to me sounds like oh, I've just opened a little
You
flap
tempted
to
to just-
outside. No, I'm not tempted to dive down the airplane toilet. Like, it freaks me out. Climbing in any toilet freaks me out. It's not train spotting on a
Imagine
plane.
if like. Yeah,
A man died
Imagine
today.
if you pushed the chain while you're sliding, it just sucked you out.
Oh man, that would suck. Oh,
It would
literally.
suck, yeah.
There's that part where you just like crushed your back and your legs together and just sucked you out.
Well, hopefully it would kill you through sucking you through a small gap by breaking your neck and your spine, and you wouldn't have to suffer the indignity of free falling through the air thinking, I just fell through the toilet of an aeroplane. Why me? How can this has to be a dream? It's not a dream. It's not a dream. I'm falling.
If your head is literally touching your ankles at that point, and you're just flapjacking your way through the sky.
No one's gonna save you. No one's diving out after you. you must die if you fall out of a plane at that height quite quickly.
I'd say so.
No, I don't mean when you hit the floor. I mean you must die from jumping out, like the temperature, or
I don't know.
just if you're in your t-shirt. Yeah, but what, you're in your t-shirt, your shorts, and your flip-flops. You get sucked, like we say, through the toilet, and all of a sudden you what height did they go?
30,000 feet.
So
higher than that.
You're 30,000 feet in the air, just in your t-shirt and your shorts.
Yeah, that happened to a man.
Might you freeze to death?
Once in a hot air balloon, I think we covered it on the Darwin Awards, and he wanted to see how high he could get.
Yeah.
And he went so high, he froze to death.
You never done with him?
Huh?
You never done with him?
I think he went on his own.
Well,
Who would want to go with him?
Well, you'd have some bloke in a double coat, wouldn't you?
Anyway,
if you call, I'll let you down.
if you go into the toilet on an aeroplane, try not to get sucked through it.
Yeah.
He's always saying.
Yeah.
That would suck.
And try not to have, hopefully there won't be like one of them garbage snakes on there either.
Well, no, what if you got sucked through the toilet and then you fell straight out into the path of the jet? Like,
Well, that might just happen, wouldn't it? You get stuck in the engine, the plane goes down,
Yeah.
you're responsible.
what a way to go.
Or you plummet to the earth in a frozen poo and wee chrysalis.
Oh yeah, because you will be covered in shit and piss, won't you?
It'll freeze instantly on you. So
Oh, it might save your life.
it made it.
I was saved by chemical turds. It formed an armoured shell around me. It froze solid. Yeah. Wow. We should write that story. It's writing itself, gentlemen.
Send him a soda.
I am reborn as chemical turd.
What do we call it? Shit man. Shitty man.
No, we just sent the
Shitty falling
We
man.
just sent the Daily Star, and I was saved by being frozen in a block of chemical poo. And they'll print that.
Why was you Winston Churchill thing?
I'll be honest, they called me a couple of times and I didn't answer the phone. So A was at work and B couldn't really. I didn't want to follow through it. I'd check it out. You know.
Oh, man.
Maybe if we recorded it, next time if we think of a different story, we'll record the phone call and use it as podcast material, and that'll probably encourage me to do it then. So I won't check it out.
Actually, what we should do is get them to ring back when we're doing the podcast, and I'll pretend to be your agent, and Mike will pretend to be your manager, and we'll try and thrash out a deal for you.
I've got a feeling they might tell us to fuck off.
Well, let's just see how far we can take it. Let's just see how far we can bullshit a Sun journalist.
I was force raped by a Jedi on Tatooine.
Not me.
All the evidence points to you, I'm afraid, Mike. You're the only one studying at Jedi University. You're the one who mentioned the Force deep throat rape.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I've only done level 1. There's about another 15 levels to go as well.
You haven't grown your hair yet.
You're the first step on a journey to a wider world. So yeah, what else happens in A New Hope that you really like? Let's talk about the end.
The Death Star run, which is based on
Space fight's
Space
pretty good,
Squadrons
isn't it? The
thing.
effects are still pretty awesome. The model
R.I.P.
shots.
Hawkins.
We mentioned last week, didn't we, Mike, that they basically... It wasn't fucking easy to get those model shots
Nope.
that they got. They were having to create new technology, basically, as they went, weren't they, to get the shots that he wanted. And we mentioned they copied actual dogfight footage in war films.
Yeah.
And it fucking works, it's brilliant. Says?
Yeah.
And on the noises, everything comes together. The sound effects are so important. I don't know if it's because they're iconic looking back, or whether they must have been bang on in the first place, because they're just everything. All the sounds are iconic. The sound of an X-wing, the sound of a TIE fighter,
the lasers,
the sound of the lasers.
Obviously the score.
Magical.
But of course,
Absolute magic.
there would be no sound in a space battle.
Yeah, but that'd be boring as fuck.
Not unless you had an antenna to pick it up.
Yeah.
Maybe we can hear it. There'd be sound inside the cockpit though, so maybe we're hearing it from the... Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. There wouldn't be explosions, there wouldn't be Darths, there wouldn't be the Force. It's fairy tale, it's fantasy.
They tried doing that actually. No sound in space.
Yeah.
For a film. What was that one where they try and fly that thing into the sun?
Oh, Danny Boyle film.
Yeah.
Brian Cox was their advisor on that, wasn't he?
And he said no sound in space. So they tried it. It's like, this is just weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. They have to put sound in.
Because we're programmed for it.
Yeah.
It's how we watch movies.
Well, that's it, yeah.
It's just way more entertaining.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
It has to
saying
be.
that.
No, I know, but it's... We talked about this.
You'd never hear the
didn't
shot
we?
that killed you.
We had one of
Hawkins.
my favourite discussions we ever had was, I can't remember what fucking episode it was on, but it's because I'd read something online about how one fleck of paint in space could hit the space station and like smash the window and cause like hundreds of millions of pounds of damage and like cost them a lot of time to repair. And I was thinking, so bigger objects, obviously, they're just going on forever. So every explosion that happens in one of those X-Wing TIE fighter dogfights, every single explosion would just go on forever. All the debris just floating on like an unchanged path. And then you'd be other X-Wings would then fly into that debris, and then it could just go on forever through space, silently, through time, and all of this would be in silence. And every bit of debris from every dogfight is still going to be there in space, somewhere, floating along. And one day, 10 years later, you're just flying around innocently, and a fucking fleck of paint from an X-Wing from a battle 10 years ago smashes through your windscreen, ruins the atmosphere, and all your family die. Yeah, your family all die, because that is the fucking the aftermath.
Reality.
That is the collateral damage, the aftermath of fucking space war. It's no joke.
It's like landmines in space, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no, and they go on forever. It's no joke, man. This is
Unless
serious
they get
shit.
captured by a planet's gravities.
Yeah,
Mind
okay.
you, in the infinity of space,
Subject
you've got
to
to
a star.
you've got to be seriously fucking unlucky to get a fleck of paint through your windscreen in the infinity of space, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of space battles.
Well,
A lot of shit.
maybe there isn't as many as we think. I mean,
A lot of shit seems to get blown up in these Star Wars
Space is
movies.
pretty big.
it is.
But my
Yeah,
point,
but the point is, it's a fucking great scene.
yeah,
It's iconic.
it is.
I feel we haven't talked about Porkins enough. I mentioned it twice. Porkins, R.I.P.D.
Yeah.
Luke firing without his targeting system.
Silly move.
But did you notice? This has been shared in a meme on Facebook, quite a popular meme. But the point stands of the meme. When you see Luke go down the channel, no curvature.
Flat Death Star.
Flat Death Star theory.
But you can see it's round.
But
The
no.
plans show it's round.
No, lies, Ben. They fudged it. They're all fake photos. When Luke goes down on that thing with his spirit level, his onboard spirit level,
Or is it just so vast it appears flat?
flat as
You
a
can't,
pancake.
you can't see the.
That's not how science works.
Well, either way, he fires that. He hears everyone's voice tend to use the Force,
Yeah, pretty cool.
and he fires those photon torpedoes down the shaft.
Like we touched on last week, that
Yeah.
guy who wrote the book that inspired George Lucas, that guy who, the hero with 1,000 faces, can't remember his name, but you know what I mean, the guy who studied thousands of myths across all of cultures and blah blah blah. The hero has to go on some sort of supernatural change that opens him up to a bigger thing. That's a common factor with Luke. It's obviously having this wizard man appear in ghostly form and tell him of this thing he can use.
That certainly would
You know,
wake you up
it's his
spiritually,
first,
wouldn't it?
it's his first X-Wing battle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
He's
He's a
fir-
gifted
he's-
pilot like
yeah.
his father was. Just naturally, because as a Jedi, I guess, or not a Jedi, just as a very force-sensitive person, you must have better reactions and things and senses. So yeah, but still pretty. So there's his, your classic mythological beat that you need, which is one of the reasons Star Wars ran true. Well, with so many people, modern mythology. Luke, there he is with his wizard in his ear. What happened to that fucking Death Star?
Ooh.
Kablammy.
And
Bits
Luke-
of that are still floating through fucking space.
And then Luke gets the record kills ever in one single hit.
It's true, man. He killed a lot of people with that. He's kind of a mass murderer. I know there's a lot
Never
of
seems
people.
too bothered by it, does he?
Well, they're terrorists, aren't they? Some people say that the rebels are terrorists who.
Well, that's it. So we
Um,
discuss whether all the innocent people on Death Star.
yeah. Before
Yeah.
could I just we put a pin in it for 2 seconds, and then
Yeah.
we will discuss all those poor.
How many was
Poor
it?
people.
It was a couple of million?
I don't know if it's that many, but there's got to be a lot of people on board. Do you want me to?
Probably tens of thousands.
In the break, shall I see if there is an answer to that?
Yes.
There we go
Okay.
then. Stick
Let's
it.
pause that. And we're back. So let's get around to the fact that Luke killed about 2 million people on the Death Star
Yeah, but
using
Were
the
they-
Force.
how would you feel about blowing up a Nazi base containing 2 million Nazi soldiers? at the time.
But they weren't all soldiers. Can you go to that list that was on? You got
Yeah, the support staff. You know, there's some guy just doing fucking accounting.
But
He's
do you know?
painting and decorating.
Painting and
But do you know who
decorating.
you're
The
working
canteen
for?
guy.
That's well.
He just joined up for the chance of fucking 3 meals a day in a
Okay.
uniform.
Well, this information is from a website called sci-fi-stackexchange.com, and it says the first Death Star is depicted in various sources of having a crew of 265,675, as well as 52,276 gunners, 607,360 troops, 30,984 stormtroopers, 42,782 ship support staff, and 180,216 pilots and support crew. Most of them are fucking soldiery people. There's 42,000 support staff. But Mike,
Well, poor
right?
Bob the mechanic.
What if you found out, right,
Yeah.
that a member of your family,
Mhm.
an uncle or something like that, a great uncle, you found out
He's working
he
for
was,
Raytheon.
he was a cleaner. No, he was a cleaner for the Nazis.
Oh, I'll get you. Yeah.
He was just a cleaner, but he did a lot of cleaning for them, and they needed cleaners. Cleaners helped them. They need, you know. How would you think?
Someone's gonna mop them brains off the wall.
Yeah. Would you think? Well, you're a bit. Of
Well,
you got
as-
paid to work for them. You're on the
as-
payroll.
If he's a German at the time and as the Nazi is the controlling party, he doesn't really have much choice. What can he do? You know, if you're working for the state, you're going to be working for the Nazi party.
And if
Yeah.
he was in a building working for the Nazis,
Mhm.
cleaning for them, and the Allies blew that fucking
Mhm.
building up, how would you feel about that?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I say you shouldn't have been mopping up for the Nazis.
I say now I'm gonna avenge my uncle. I'm gonna kill the Empire and kill rebels.
Have you got a Tommy Robinson tattoo? I'm joking.
No, I had my brain removed, thank you.
So we're not the first to discuss the moral dilemma of blowing up the Death Star, are we, Mike? This is it. We're going to play you a classic scene from the movie Clerks. You must have seen it if you haven't.
One of my favourite films.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
Indeed.
Thanks. You know that article's accurate? Caitlin really is getting married.
You know what I just watched?
Me pulling a can off some moron's fist?
Return of the Jedi.
Didn't you hear me? Caitlin is really getting married.
What did you like better, Jedi or The Empire Strikes Back?
Empire.
Blasphemy.
Empire had the better ending. I mean, Luke gets his hand cut off, finds out Vader's his father, hand gets frozen, taken away by Boba Fett. It ends on such a down note. I mean, that's what life is, a series of down endings. All Jedi had was a bunch of Muppets.
There was something else going on in Jedi. I never noticed it till today. They built another Death Star, right?
Yeah.
Now, the first one was completed and fully operational before the Rebels destroyed it.
Luke blew it up. Give credit where credit's due.
And the second one was still being built when they blew it up.
Compliments of Lando Calrissian.
Something just never sat right with me that second time around. I could never put my finger on it, but something just wasn't right.
And you figured it out.
The first Death Star was manned by the Imperial Army. The only people on board were stormtroopers, dignitaries, Imperials.
Basically.
So when they blew it up, no problem. Evil's punished.
And the second time around?
The second time around, it wasn't even done being built yet. It was still under construction.
So?
So a construction job of that magnitude would require a hell of a lot more manpower than the Imperial Army had to offer. I'll bet they brought independent contractors in on that thing. Plumbers, aluminum siders, roofers.
Not just Imperials, is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. In order to get it built quickly and quietly, they'd hire anybody that can do the job. Think the average stormtrooper knows how to install a toilet main? All they know is killing in white uniforms.
Alright, so they bring in independent contractors. Why are you so upset at its destruction?
All those innocent contractors brought in to do the job were killed. Casualties of a war they had nothing to do with. Alright, look. You're a roofer. Some juicy government contract comes your way. You got a wife and kids, the two-story in suburbia. This is a government contract, which means all sorts of benefits. Along come these left-wing militants and blast everything within a 3-mile radius with their lasers. You didn't ask for that. You have no personal politics. You're just trying to scrape out a living.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but what are you talking about?
The ending of Return of the Jedi.
My friend here is trying to convince me that any independent contractors who were working on the uncompleted Death Star were innocent victims when they was destroyed by the rebels.
Well, I'm a contractor myself. I'm a roofer. Done already home improvements. And speaking as a roofer, I can tell you a roofer's personal politics comes into play heavily when choosing jobs.
Like when?
3 weeks ago, I was offered a job up in the hills. Beautiful house, tons of property, a simple reshingling job. They told me if I could finish it in 1 day, I would double my price. Then I realized whose house it was.
Whose house was it?
Dominic Bambino's.
Babyface Bambino? The gangster?
The same. The money was right, but the risk was too high. I knew who he was, and based on that, I turned the job over to a friend of mine.
Based on personal politics.
Right, and the next week, the Foresi family put a hit on Babyface's house. My friend was shot and killed. Didn't even finish reshingling.
No way.
I'm alive because I knew the risk involved in that particular client. My friend wasn't so lucky. Any contractor working on that Death Star knew the risk involved. If they got killed, it's their own fault. A roofer listens to this, not his wallet.
Well, yeah,
He makes a valid
he
point.
does.
You know, I mean, feel free to argue against him, but I think.
But then
Yeah.
again, like what Dante says, you know, he's got financial support, it's a government contract, it's good money, probably
Yeah.
a union job.
Yeah, but mate, if you're working for the space Nazis,
You know, there is that.
What
isn't
if
there?
it's-
you've got to
if-
have some
What
personal.
if your kids are starving? You got no
Well,
other
no, because
choice.
you're a roofer, you're in suburbia. It's,
I'll
you know,
find
you
a
need
way.
roofing
You don't
job.
work where you're.
I'll sell drugs.
You're not much of a roofer than are you?
I'll sell my body before I work for the Empire, mate.
I work for the Empire, that scenario.
I'm not a Nazi. I will not be a space
I would
Nazi.
say, you know what, I'll do this job a couple of years, I'll set me up for the next
That's
few
what you're
years,
talking
things will
about.
pick up, we'll be fine, we'll get on with
Mike,
it.
what are you talking about? I won't have kids because I'll be force sensitive as fuck, and I'll be in a Jedi temple, sitting with Mason
You'd have been
Yoda.
66, mate.
Oh, yeah.
In that scenario.
No, some of us survived.
1 in 10, was it? Something like that?
Yeah, no, I was one of them.
Was you?
I was.
How convenient.
In our little fantasy, because I was all powerful.
How convenient.
Anyway, yeah, I think the people that blew up, Luke has killed a lot of people, but they were evil people. We've seen them blow up.
Yeah, they were all Imperial guys.
They deserve it. That's the way war goes, though, isn't it? Good guys versus bad guys. That's the way it is. I mean, I know from whatever perspective you could flip it round and look from the stormtroopers' perspective and see these militant left-wing rebels as evil, couldn't you?
Of course.
But unfortunately, you're the evil empire who just keeps taking over planets at force and mass murdering people willy fucking nilly. So yeah, you deserve to get blown up.
I personally wouldn't be able to work for the Empire.
Neither would
I
I.
wouldn't be able to do it. But I can see why people would be forced to.
Yeah, well, we see in Rogue One, the geezer gets,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be a scientist for him, but they come at gunpoint and kill his wife and make him.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is that, but I'd be a better hero than him and escape.
So I've got to have some sympathy for these contractors that.
I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Oh, I do, yeah.
You're not thinking about that at the end. You're telling me that you're watching it wrong if at the end of it.
Oh, I'm not watching it going, oh man, that poor roofer. I'm thinking,
Oh,
that was
man.
pretty fucking awesome.
So many innocent plumbers. Fuck them.
Let's move on to, because you touched on the film brief, let's move on to The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, let's get through this one.
So the,
This is the best one in my opinion.
oh, it's my favourite
It's
of
up
the
there.
OC. You got the
I think
battle
it's
at
mine.
half.
Yeah,
That's
it starts
pretty
all
That's
awesome.
fucking awesome, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, and of course you got just before that you got the Obi-Wan appearance saying, go to, what the fuck's Yoda's planet called?
Dagobah.
Dagobah. Go to the Dagobah system, find Yoda.
I love as well
And
the
then you get the
mix
battle
of,
half, which is cool.
I love the mix of spaceships, AT-ATs, and also though the like the Wampa that you see, and that takes Luke and whatever the fuck those things are that they ride, the like snow camel things.
Oh, Tom.
Tom-Toms.
Yeah, and that's all like they're like stop.
Tom-Toms are fucking
Yeah, that's a sat nav. They're done with stop motion, man. Well, huge life-size puppets were, and stop motion animation, a mix of the two, man. I loved on that, you know, that documentary I sent you through Messenger. It was about the making of Empire.
Painful to watch,
And
that, wasn't it? It was a bit slow.
I loved it though. That's why I loved it though, because it was so 80s. What I loved. Did you see the bit where they're painting the spaceships and they're indoors, but the guy painting it's just got a fag hanging out of his mouth, like he's just fucking smoking away, painting the fucking X-wing. Like I was like, oh man, before the rules. And yeah, it was slow to watch, but I enjoyed watching the trials and tribulations of like a man in a giant Wampa costume falling over in the snow over and over again. But it's awesome. Yeah, Luke cuts his hand off, a bit of gore.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of blood actually. Luke gets fucked up by that one thing of it.
Yeah, he does.
Han cuts open. Only time Han Solo uses a lightsaber, or is it? We'll get to the Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But the only time you see Han use a lightsaber when he cuts open the what's it called? We just said it.
Tom.
Sticks Luke in there, saves his life. I didn't understand that as a kid. It had to be explained to me. I was like, ew, what's that happening?
You just need to have some other thing for cutting up dead
I
animals.
was
Or...
like, that's weird. Yeah, but apparently that's what you do in it.
Yeah, it's a valid survival technique.
Cut open a horse and
Climb inside.
wear it. I'd rather freeze to death. I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
I don't know if you would.
That's what separates me from the survivalists. I just be like, oh well.
I'll just go lie in the snow naked.
Yeah, I'm out.
I would happily skinned it and taken the fur,
I couldn't even do that. I'd just freeze.
but not get into his guts. That's a bit disgusting.
Yeah, that's too much.
Well, that's what
Then
happens.
again, live or die.
Yeah. And taking down the AT-ATs, that's pretty awesome, isn't
That
it?
is. I love the rope or the chains. They
Yeah.
fly around. Seems a bit of a ball ache way of doing it.
Yeah, but fucking satisfying when you see them
Oh yeah.
big weird things come. Strange design, isn't it, really?
It is really, because you're thinking of a war machine. You want something like a tank that's traction over everything.
Yeah.
Not something with dwindly little legs.
But it can, in theory, though, walk over any terrain, can't it? Because of its, like,
Could you get through
maneuverability.
marsh? I don't think you could get through marshland, could it?
Well, I don't know. It's a fair bit of torque behind those legs go up and down, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's slippery underfoot, isn't it? You're just gonna slip.
It's got 4
We
legs.
don't know. It might have a
Slow.
gallop mode. We've just never seen it in the movie. It gallops like a deer, gracefully, and springs over the marsh. No, they don't do that, do they? It'd be shit to pilot one of them. I reckon you'd get shook around like.
Oh,
fuck,
you
wouldn't
constantly just bounce it from side to
Yeah.
side, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got a sprung seat.
Cool when it gets taken down.
They haven't got the best armour, though, have they?
No, if we're honest, they're a bit shit. They just look cool, don't
Yeah.
they? Robot dog
But
thing,
everything
giant
in
robot
Scott's a
dog.
bit shit, though, isn't it? I mean,
What is
stormtroopers that can't
Yeah.
shoot, fucking AT-ATs that get taken out by fucking rebels with a bit of chain between them and a
Yeah.
magnet.
And Ewoks later on.
And don't get me started. I'll save my fucking rant for later on
Oh
that.
dear. Well,
Oh.
come on, you could take out a tank with a chain.
No.
If you held it really tight, I'm thinking in movie terms,
No.
and it went just under the turret, it would shave the turret off like.
I think they'll shut you down by the time you've done that.
Nah. Yeah, you can't beat a chain with a tank. I mean, a tank with a chain. Fucking hell. But anyway, we get to see Luke training.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Running around with his little Yoda on his back.
Yeah, never got that bit where he goes into the woods to fight Vader.
Yeah, that kind of derails the entire movie for me.
No, he's facing what he could become. It's very
Yeah,
symbolic.
I get it, but it's like
It's called symbolism.
I only found that out when I was older. When I first
Yeah.
watched it, I was like, "What the fuck's
Deep.
this about?"
It's deep. He went into the cave to face his darkest fear, and he sort of sees himself turn to Vader, and so that's what he could be if he went and followed the
I
dark.
understand it, I just...
You know.
I didn't get it when I was a kid.
No, I didn't get it when I was a kid.
I'm not sure. I guess it was just a freaky scene.
Mm.
But no, it's cool. I like it.
Yoda's great, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome puppet. He's wacky Yoda, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
he's a bit sort of gone stir
Senile.
crazy Yoda in a way.
yeah.
He's a bit senile Yoda, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, in a way. You know,
He's
got-
800 years old at that point.
Not so good human look.
The iconic voice and the way he talks, I mean...
Yeah, it's cool.
And they could have done it, you know, with a puppet, it could have looked a bit cheesy, but it
Yeah.
doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it's good. I think I read George saying that it was an old trope of mythology to have like sort of the little frog or something or animal at the side of the road that you pay no attention to, but
Mhm.
turns out to
Yeah.
be the all-powerful one that has the wisdom. And that's what Yoda is, isn't he? Most powerful.
Unassuming, yeah. Unassuming little frog.
And we've seen him fight. We've seen what he did in them
You've
prequels.
seen him with a benefit cheat.
Okay. Come on, it's cool as fuck.
He's on that stick all the fucking time.
Yes,
He's sort of
you
soloing
said-
around,
you-
throwing fucking...
You ranted about Master Yoda being a benefit cheat last
throwing
time.
those Senate fucking hover things at Sidious. I mean, the
You
fuck?
can't do that all the fucking time.
Well, he needs to fucking...
Do you
sort
expect like
himself out.
OAPs to sprint to the shop and back?
Well, no, I just expect them to fucking be consistent at least.
For fuck's sake. Only you could see it through that filter.
I don't know what about, just points of fact.
You've politicised Yoda. He's not a benefit cheat.
He is a benefit
doesn't
cheat,
cash
yes.
in his space gyro. He lives in a fucking swamp in Dagobah.
No, what he is, he's cashing his fucking pension tax-free because he's the head of a church, he's head of a religion.
What? He's got fuck all. He's living in a swamp
But he gets a new fucking robe every couple of weeks.
on his own.
Well, only because the Empire took his money.
I don't think he had that much, did he?
I bet he had a Scrooge with Doug Bank.
Being a Jedi, they're meant to shed that sort of.
Yeah, well, Yoda's head of it, I bet he's corrupt.
How fucking dare you? Yoda is the only thing in this universe that isn't uncorruptible.
Yeah.
He's the only pure thing in the world. And he's not real, I know that, but how dare you? Master Yoda.
All the heads of churches go insane with corruption, guys, you know that.
Well, yeah. It's pretty cool when I'm trying Cloud City.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty nice idea,
Our
isn't it?
first introduction to Lando, technically.
Lando.
South Hanout.
I like in Spaced, as we mentioned earlier, the sitcom starring Simon Pegg. Instead of calling somebody a Judas, he goes, "You, Lando."
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
And
And in that series, he burns his Star Wars collection dressed as a Jedi because of Phantom Menace.
Wow.
And he loses his job in a comic book shop because
You ranted the...
yeah, he starts screaming at a little kid. And
Not
then
in Jar Jar
about,
Binks.
yeah, about Jar Jar Binks.
That'd be me.
And his boss, Bill Bailey, comes over and goes, "Come on, it's always been for kids, what about the Ewoks?" And Simon Pegg says, "Jar Jar Binks makes the Ewoks look like fucking Shaft." Bless him. Could be an all-powerful Sith Lord, as discussed last episode.
Possibly.
So yeah, where are we with this?
Cloud City.
Cloud City. Yeah.
Pretty cool when, well, shit, but cool. Shit for the characters, but when the door opens and
Yeah.
Vader's there.
Vader's
Hand
there.
shoots him.
Yeah.
Hand shoots first
I
again.
love that. And just starts blasting at him.
Yeah.
Like, fuck!
Have you ever seen? Oh, what was that? Brick Vader.
Oh,
Rick
yeah.
Vader.
Brick Vader. It's a mashup between Star Wars and
Snatch.
Snatch.
For fuck's sake.
The brick top from Snatch.
Give me that fucking shooter.
And he takes the gun off
That sounds good.
I'll tell you what, I'll play it later.
Yeah.
I'll play it 'cause it's so good, isn't it, man?
I don't know if it's a visual thing.
I don't know, we didn't think it'll work.
We'll try it.
Interestingly though, it's fairly, not skipping ahead really, but it kind of is, but because we're going to talk about The Last Jedi later and the bad reaction to it from a lot of people. At the time there was apparently a similar kickback reaction to this movie, because if you think about it, the first one is a fairy tale in space with a happy ending. This one, things get a lot darker.
That's why I love it.
Right? It doesn't necessarily have a particularly happy ending.
No.
And apparently a lot of people complained about it. The change in tone was too much. They went in expecting the same light-hearted, and it all went a bit like, fucking hell.
That's what I like about it. It
What?
could have gone.
Luke's
The night is always
what?
darkest before the dawn.
Is your what? Your dad? Oh. Where's his hand
I
gone?
think that's a great thing. I think that's a fantastic
It's an
twist,
awesome
though.
twist. I know it is, yeah, I'm just saying it's interesting. At the time,
One of the most
apparently,
famous twists in film history.
it is
Yeah.
awesome. Even if you've
Yes,
never seen a
What does he
single...
say to Luke?
He says,
We can rule
No.
the guys together as father and son.
No, not Luke.
Yeah.
I am involved.
yes, that's true.
I was
We
waiting for one of us to
discussed
get
that on
Mandelaed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we discussed that in the Mandela
Let's
episode.
talk a bit more about that scene because it is the
Yeah.
iconic scene of the movie. I mean, Luke's got zero Jedi training. I don't know if Vader's holding back. I presume he is. Maybe Luke is that gifted with the Force.
Well, he's just hacking away, isn't he, really?
Yeah, he's a bit of a hacker though, Luke. Isn't he? He's not,
Yeah.
not a refined
He's not very
duelist.
finesse.
But he hasn't had years to train, has he?
No, he's not. That shows you how powerful he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a fucking awesome scene. It's pretty heavy. He gets his arm cut off, the lightsaber.
His hand.
He's at, well, yeah, his hand. Well, you know what I mean. And off it goes. Woo! You know, it's not like you see it land somewhere and you're like, oh, I can stick that back on. You know what I mean? You see it go and you're like, fucking hell, he's lost his hand and his lightsaber. Sucks for you, Luke.
Yeah.
And Darth Vader has come and joined
Yes.
Rule father and son.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
Does he say, search your feelings, you know it to be true?
That's it, Jesus. No!
Jumps off, doesn't he then?
Yeah.
Off he goes.
Yeah. Force
Hanging onto an aerial, isn't he? Like a tele-aerial.
contacts an idiot.
Yeah, you see him, there you go, another example of Luke, because you don't get that many really. Example of him using the Force, like in a pretty powerful way, calling out to Leia. They go and save him. It's nice that you see him getting an hand put back on.
Yes.
It's nice for him to end the film with two hands.
That's, yeah.
Plus,
more
robot
inconvenience
hand.
for them.
Tell me what's fucking cooler than robot hand? I mean, okay,
Robo-knob.
I know this is going to descend into a wanking discussion.
You asked for it.
Right. You've got a metal hand, robot hand. Do you use it to masturbate, or do you still stick to your fleshy left hand?
Well, I'm right-handed for that, so...
Yeah, me too. So that's what I'm saying. Your right hand is robo hand. Are you going to trust the robo hand and go with it?
Yeah, I'll put it on autopilot.
Oh,
So it
do you
feels like
trust
someone
it?
else is doing it.
Yeah, but do you trust it, man? What if it just grips a bit tight?
I want to be able to set the parameters, obviously.
Well, you control it with your mind.
I mean, you would spend
Mike,
hours and
Mike,
hours.
You don't set parameters. You control it with your brain. It's linked up to your.
Ah, right.
That's how Luke's able to move.
Yes,
You know,
literally
but
linked to your nervous system.
but how much do how much control have you got over it? How good are you at? Because what if you get
Well,
too
that'd be
excited?
practice.
Well, let's just
What
say,
if you squeeze your cock and it's like too hard? And it's like, I don't know, squeezing a jam roll, like, and it just comes all the innards of it, like a skinning a toad or something. And
Yeah.
you just
Well, let's just say I
you
make sure that I've
massacre
mastered it first. A few weeks practice.
what, practicing on
Practice on cucumbers
Excuse
5
me,
days a week.
Master Mike. We have another mission. We need to go and speak to the Space Council about something like.
Hold on, I can't.
I'm busy. I'm wanking off a space cucumber. But why? So I can bastard wanking myself off. Fuck off. Something to do with you, nosy bollocks. Nothing in the Jedi code about wanking with your robo hand.
They stick to the left.
Yeah,
Seems like a hassle.
Yeah. So yeah, it ends on a right fucking downer. To be
His
fair,
hand's been captured
Hand.
as well.
and you see him get.
Frozen in carbon, and you get that great line. Leia turns around and says, "You know, I love you." He just goes, "Yeah, I know."
Do you know where that comes from?
Wasn't that improv?
Yeah, because he made him do the scene
The
that
script
many
meant
times.
to say that he
I
says,
love you too. Yeah, but they had done it that many times, and he was that pissed off of it. He just said it as a sarcastic to make everyone laugh. She's like, "I love you," and he's like, "I know," because he's heard her say it like 50 fucking times in a row. And then the director in the edit decided that's the best take of a lot. That works. They call back to it, don't they? In Jedi, or was it Force Awakens? Force Awakens. They call back to it, I think. Oh no, it's in Solo.
Yes.
I'm getting confused, but it's in there somewhere. There's a nod back to it. But yeah, Han is gone in carbonite.
Yep.
I love you, I know. Bye bye. That's a scary set. When I was a kid, that looked like, what's happening to him?
Yeah.
You know
He
what I
was
mean?
tortured before.
Yeah. Oh, poor Han. And I loved Han too. He was probably one of my favourites.
Well, he didn't want to be in the third one, did he?
No.
We mentioned this, didn't we?
He said that he wanted to be killed off.
Yeah, but then I love the quote he said, but Lucas is like, I can't really, there's not much money in selling dead Han toys. You know what I mean? I want to be able to sell Han merchandise, so I'm not killing you off. I need you for Jedi. You're not dying. And he finally got his wish in The Force Awakens. Spoilers! But yeah, that was apparently the reason. Basically, George said, no, I can't. I'd like to kill you off, honestly, but I can't.
Yeah.
I want to sell Han in Hoth snow gear.
Of
I want to
course.
sell Han
Han is
in
Tom.
Hondo gear. Hondo, what am I about? Endor. Hondo. Fuck is Hondo? Endor gear.
Ed Hondo.
Ed Hondo.
E
Ed
Hondo.
Honda. E Honda. Sorry, I'm quite high. If this is your first episode, I apologise. I'm usually much more witty, intellectual, informative and charming than this.
Allegedly.
I'm not. I'm always this high. I got a problem. So what are we talking about?
The beauty of this is that, you know, we mentioned it before, but Lucas kept all the fucking all the merchandise rights. It's phenomenal. You wouldn't get that nowadays.
That's why he's a genius.
So yeah, this film ends pretty darkly.
Yeah, I think he's the best.
Although
best of all of mine. in my
Luke
opinion.
kisses Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like he fucking puts his tongue down her throat.
I think she's going to the ears.
It's still a bit weird, you know, but at this point, come on, think about it. They feel a connection between them that's deep, but they don't really know what it is. She's like, I don't quite fancy him.
It would have been worse if Luke went up to Hannah and said, sniff my fingers.
Yeah. They walked in on him and he had to buy them buns and his face skull fucking her. Oh, sorry. Duh.
So let's take a break and then do Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Actually, I just want to point out that I think that she does know they're related, because in Jedi she says, he mentions like, I have a sister, and she's like, yeah, I know. Throw that out there for later.
I'll let you finger me anyway.
Oh, that's not the Jedi way.
He just
I just
forced
deep
Death! The scent of death is in the air! I felt great disturbance in the Force.
Okay, so let's move on to Return of the Jedi.
Love it.
Not my favourite of the OT.
I know why people are disappointed with all the, you know, Return of the Muppets and blah blah blah, but
Not so
it's
much
pretty
as a kid.
cool.
I loved it as a kid.
Think about the high points. Luke, all in black, with a glove over his robo
Oh,
hand.
the beginning's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that bit, yeah, the opening scene. It's a bit of a convoluted plan, to be fair. Sending R2 with the lightsaber, then Chewbacca and Leia come in and blah blah blah. But it's pretty cool.
Slave Leia.
Yeah, well, yeah. When he R2 finally ejects out the fucking lightsaber and Luke kicks off on the barge, that's fucking epic.
Yeah.
You missed out the bit where he has to fight the Rancor.
Oh, the Rancor,
Yeah.
You know,
That's a classic.
stop
thing.
motion monster. Love it. And the guy, the handler, crying afterwards because his Rancor's dead. Little touch, nice little touch.
Yeah.
The opening is awesome, and it's pretty cool. You know, the fact that you get to see Luke. I know I'm skipping ahead, but forget all the Ewoks and that. I can handle that because it's balanced with Luke confronting Vader and the Emperor.
Yeah, this is why this film's so fucked up for me. Because you got this such a kiddie-friendly fucking Ewok thing going on, and then the fight between Vader and Luke is like fucking dark. It's really well done. A lot of because it's filmed in a very dark, and you can just see the sabers going from a distance. That's where
awesome.
Lucas does his best stuff, I think, is when he zooms out from the saber fights and it's dark, like the Revenge of the Sith one, where he zooms right out and all you can see are the two blue lightsabers just going at it as they fight on the bridge.
Yeah.
And this is the same. It's fucking brilliant. It's a great fight scene. It's one of the best in fact, it probably is the best in the original trilogy quite easily.
I just like the fact that it's little touches like when Luke's talking to Vader before they get to the Emperor.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's like, I know there's good in
I
you.
sense it in you, and stuff, and he's acting all confident because he feels powerful in the Force and stuff.
The cockiness, you shouldn't have as a Jedi.
No, not really, but remember he's young, he's learning.
Yeah.
But at this point, I remember being confused as well about two things. He's all in black, which to me says dark.
Sith, yeah.
Yeah. Even when I was a kid and I didn't know what a Sith was, and I was just
Well, you
watching
know-
Star Wars, like, he's dark, his lightsaber's green.
Do you know where that comes from? The black being evil and the white being good.
I don't, is it
Black and white cowboy films.
Oh yeah, the white hat and
Yeah,
the
there's
black
a good
hat.
guy and the
Yeah.
black
Yeah,
hat. Yeah.
I think it's just basic psychology as
Yeah,
well,
that
isn't
as
it?
well,
Light
yeah.
and dark.
Yeah.
But
Then again, Anakin wore black when he was a Jedi, and there was nothing against them wearing black. From what I remember reading,
No,
in
it's
the
just
thing.
sort of
It was just an unusual choice.
It
'cause the Sith
confused me.
tended to
I
wear
thought it was cool as a kid, but I remember thinking, does that mean he's I don't know. And obviously the Emperor's trying to turn him, and he does get angry, doesn't he? But then what I love is he fucking centers himself basically, and he's like, no, I'm not going to fight, and he almost gets fucking murdered.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
the point is, him nearly getting murdered fucking awakens the last remnant of fatherly feeling or love or humanity within Vader, Anakin.
Well, look at Vader though. I mean, he's fucked up. I mean, he spent like 19 years thinking that he killed his pregnant wife.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, he's got a fucking fully grown son who's a Jedi.
Yeah, powerful.
He's going to be fucking well
And
messed up in his head,
Obi-Wan, the
hasn't he?
cunt who turned on him anyway, has been fucking with the boy and telling him, teaching him stuff.
Yeah.
Them fucking Jedis. But there he is, like you said, fully grown, and it's like, fuck. But he saves him, man. It's pretty cool when he throws the fucking Emperor down.
Yeah.
And I love the fucking sort of Force explosion
Yeah,
Comes
that's
up
cool.
there and shows you how powerful the fucker
Yeah.
was.
I mean, obviously that Death Star that blew up courtesy of was it General Calrissian, who gets a sudden promotion in the ranks of the rebellion. But
Oh, yeah.
why does he get to be general all of a sudden? That's what I want to know.
He's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, he is cool as fuck. Well, he's wearing Han's clothes for
That's
some
strange,
reason.
isn't it? Is it like left in the cockpit of the Millennium
I
Falcon,
think so.
though?
So you think Han had replaced his cape closet from Solo
As a
with
joke.
with just vests and white
As
t-shirts?
a practical joke.
All the way around.
Where's my capes, man? Shit.
There's talk of what's his name, Billy.
Yeah, he's in the next one, in part 9. But he's 80 something.
Yeah, there's rumours he's back.
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams.
Because
That's
what
it.
happened is I got all excited when I read that, the headline. Because I got thinking after watching Solo, ooh, you know, Han's been killed off, but in storyline, Lando could hear about this and come back for some fucking revenge and to finally get the Millennium Falcon back and go out in a blaze of glory.
The Revenge of Lando
Yeah,
Calrissian.
but
Yeah.
then, so I thought, oh, I'll Google it a bit more. What does Billy D. Williams look like these days? And it led to this video, and I was like, oh lord, of him allegedly getting in shape for the. I didn't realise he was in his 80s.
Wow.
Right, he's in his 80s, and it's like him punching a punch bag with massive boxing gloves on, really slowly, like you'd expect an 80-year-old man to hit a thing, and I was like, oh fuck.
Unless he just started.
But he looks old as shit, and I was just like, oh man, we're not going to see him like running around blasting anybody, I don't think. We might see him sat in a spaceship.
I think that's really going to be the extent of it.
We might say a few one-liners.
He
I
might
got
be
a bad feeling about this.
He might just rock up as general and just stand there in his rebellion
Yeah.
thing, you know. But well, the thing is, they reached out to other. Well, we'll get to it anyway.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going to be probably one of them factions that didn't come and help them later on.
But he redeems himself, doesn't he?
He does redeem himself, even though I
Yeah.
think part of him wants the Falcon back.
Yeah, I think so. But he's probably going to come back for it in episode 9 anyway. Well, yeah, like you said, we'll get to that. Yeah, I love it. I get why people get pissed off with the Ewok bit.
Yeah.
Like a legion of his finest stormtroopers. Now
Yeah.
I'm going on a legion being anywhere from 5 to 10,000 stormtroopers, and this is a force that's held the galaxy
These
together
are fires of veterans
in
of
an
war.
iron
man, these-
grip, and these are the best of the fucking best,
Yeah.
right? And there's 10,000 of them
Yeah.
on terrain they should know,
Ah.
and they're being beaten by teddy bears with sticks and stones and some logs.
Lots of teddy bears, though.
Doesn't matter.
Teddy bears who are used to living in the forest. It's their forest.
They've got
I bet
blasters.
they did have a bit of a guerrilla warfare going against stormtroopers.
Right, well, in that
Yeah.
point, as the stormtrooper commander, what you should do is pull your men back out of the woods, form some kind of firing line, and blaze the fuck away indiscriminately in a general direction.
Yeah, but they would disappear.
Cutting down the woods,
Or you dispatch a side squadron
to flank them round.
No, to go and capture their families, round them up into camps, and start murdering them and saying, if you don't give up, we're going to kill your family.
Yeah, that's what we did in the
Yeah,
Boer
but their
War.
family were all there fighting.
Not the grandfathers and the kids and all that.
Oh yeah, they were there hiding up in the trees.
Well, you grab them.
Look, at the end of the day, you can argue all you want. The result speaks for itself. The Ewoks.
Ewoks 1, Stormtroopers 0.
Yeah. You cannot argue. So there is. It's
And that just bugs me.
It'd be better for you to explain or argue with yourself how the Ewoks were able to do it, and I think it's because they were feral little fuckers who we know ate people.
Alright, oh yeah, you
They
just
were-
pull all your men back into the bunker and then fucking drop an orbital strike next to you.
Yeah, but you also had Han Solo and Princess Leia helping you. She's very force strong without realising, we suspect, so no one around her gets hit with lasers very often. You've got R2-D2. He's pretty cool.
He's full strong, obviously, you know it's his either.
He's Luke's droid. But, you know, I can forgive it because it's daft, it's silly. Again, it was to sell teddy bears.
This is my point.
I heard it was meant to take place on Kashyyyk with.
Ewoks. They're Wookiees, but they couldn't afford it or something, didn't they?
That's what I heard actually.
Yeah, that sounds cool, but and that's a lot more believable, isn't it? But anyway, there's nothing we can do about it. We have to accept it, and I think it's better to focus on the cool shit that happens on the Death Star with Luke and Vader, you know, and turning him. How did you feel when you were young the first time you saw Vader take that helmet off? For me, it was weird.
That's a fucked up head, is what I
Yeah.
thought.
I felt weird about it when I was young. Like, what the fuck? That's not him. It can't be. But I guess it makes sense.
Because we don't know why he's in that suit at this point.
Well, to keep him alive, isn't it?
Yeah, but we don't know what he looks like, what happened to him. We don't know.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen the prequels yet.
Yeah.
So
All that Obi-Wan says is that he's more machine than man now. And
yeah. And he thanks Luke. You did save me. You've already done it.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, he got to end on a positive, and
Yeah.
obviously he's powerful enough to be a Force ghost as well.
You get the two best lines in the whole
I guess
franchise.
his redemption.
What's
You rebel scum.
that?
And Admiral Akbar. It's a trap!
Yes. It is a trap.
Witness the power of this fully operational Death Star.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe not Death Star. Space Station, maybe. Either way.
And we forgot about is it the Sarlath pit?
Oh, Boba Fett, of course.
He gets, that's
See
the
ya.
cool bit.
Wouldn't want to be you.
So yeah, there's some good bits in the film, but like I say, over time the Ewoks do annoy me a bit. But
I don't know, I watched it the other night with the kids.
Yeah,
they're
it's alright.
funny. It is shit, but I can forgive it because it's like, come on.
But the second one for me is still the best. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Right. Force Awakens.
Well, this is where we divulge off from agreeing with each other to this might turn into a bloody brawl, because I fear I'm going to annoy you with my review of the fact that I just love it. I loved it. I fell for the magic. I went to see it several times at the cinema. I loved Rey. I loved BB-8. I loved Poe. Loved it all. Loved the Black.
I had
what's his
nothing
name?
against.
I've forgotten his character's name.
We went to see it, didn't we, together?
Yeah.
You hated it, didn't you?
Ben hated it. I was sceptical of it. I did think it was a bit of a rehash. You know,
It's a soft read.
I thought it was lazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I thought the characters were okay, not too bad. I didn't like that Captain Phasma. I thought she was shit.
That is the point of promoting her as a major character.
Cool costume though.
I
That's
love-
what sold a lot.
I love the actress
shots.
as well, Gwendolyn Christie. She's a great actress. Just criminally underused.
I love the shots, especially when Rey's in the desert and you can see that down star.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Give you that.
I loved that it was her. I loved the way it opened with a sort of scavenging and it, you know,
Yeah.
you could see that she already knew how to fight, use a weapon, not necessarily a lightsaber at this point, but she could use a staff and look after herself. I liked it. I see
I
why.
didn't like that Maz character when they went to visit her.
Yeah,
No,
she's a bit
that,
annoying.
didn't like that.
I've heard people say they thought Harrison Ford's performance was shit, but
Yeah,
I don't think he was great. No.
Didn't like the fact that he was running about in space collecting giant space
Yeah, but
octopuses with.
look, he was traumatised.
Yeah.
His son
Yeah, he's traumatised, but
left for the
He
dark
was
side.
senile.
70 years old. He's senile. He's
He went
She
back
was
to
his-
what
he's
he
the
knows
most
best.
dangerous
She was
thing
his
in the
terrorism.
whole
Yeah.
in the whole universe.
He's got Wookiee on his side. He's Han Solo.
She was his fucking carer at this point.
Yeah, he's still
He's
ripping
like-
people off because he won't.
Yeah, the rest of his crew have died, haven't they?
Yeah,
He says, "Where's the rest of the crew? They're dead.
Yeah, well, you know.
Take on the fucking space octopuses."
It's better than sitting at home moping with your divorced fucking general wife and your fucking mass murderer fascist son.
I didn't like the fact the Falcon was just kind of left abandoned on some shitty world.
That shot's awesome though. Where she's
Yeah,
like, how
it's
about that
great.
humper junk and then it turns
That's
and it, like,
probably
you get the
realistic, though, isn't
fanfare.
it?
Yeah.
Because-
But why is it though? It's the
Well,
most famous
alright,
ship in
Han
the
lost it.
galaxy.
Alright then, you had a famous four-cop Cortina in the 80s. Yeah.
Well,
the most
Where is it
famous-
now?
In somebody's fucking
Well, is it
barn.
garage?
No, it's the
Yeah.
most famous.
Go to rust.
Probably.
Well, the most
No one has
famous.
a Ford Cortina now, you know what I mean?
The Falcon's the most famous ship in
It
the
is.
galaxy.
We don't
It's been
know
the-
that
It's
though.
been at the destruction of 2 Death Stars.
Yeah, but
We
we
made
don't-
the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs if you round down. It, you know, it's.
We don't
it
know
is-
that people
yeah,
talk
but-
about that though.
Yeah, but the society is not a free society. It's
No,
held by.
I know, but even in Force Awakens, they do not Force Awakens. Last Jedi, they one of the cases. Wow, they do hate that ship. They fucking know it, and I can't believe the fact they wouldn't if they knew it was
Yeah,
there.
it's on Jakku and no one goes there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like the Red Baron at this stage, isn't it? You know, it's the Millennium Falcon. It's famous. But anyway, I like the movie. I understand why people didn't, but to me, I got swept up in the magic because it was Christmas time. It was Star Wars. I was with my family, and I loved the music. I loved Rey's theme, like do 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 do. I loved it. but I see why people didn't. Yes, I was a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. When it gets to the bit where you realise they're literally gonna blow up another Death Star, I was a bit like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, are we really going to just copy each episode? Like, is the next one we're going to find out somebody is somebody's dad and somebody gets their arm cut? I was like, are we really just a remake?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I enjoyed it all. I enjoyed the. And then
I didn't like Kylo Ren. I thought he was a weak character.
Far too emo.
I liked him. But then I liked that he just
Snoke. Is it Snoke or Snoke?
Snoke.
Snoke looked awesome in that one.
Yeah.
You didn't even think he's fucking 20 feet tall. This guy.
I'll admit, first time I watched it, I was disappointed that Luke didn't turn up to the last scene. Because all movie I was waiting for him, and he popped up in the last scene. But then the second time I watched it, it wasn't a disappointment because I knew he wasn't.
I
And then
didn't mind that.
I loved waiting to, but it's just obviously going to pick up with Rey and Luke on a. But then we'll get to that when we get to Last Jedi. Is that's what they think may have caused the bad reaction to Last Jedi is because people spend 2 years going, "Ooh, what's going to happen with Rey and Luke? He's going to say, I am your father," and speculating and people publishing clickbait as fact, like you know, is Rey a Kenobi?
Yeah.
You know, and everyone clicks on it and get hyped up for 2 years, and then Last Jedi came along and went, no, she's none of those fucking things. It doesn't matter. So shut
We
up.
don't know, do we?
Well,
We still don't know.
as far as we know,
As far as we know, but
it's true.
it's
But
only what Kylo Ren tells us.
it could be a lie. Could we put a pin in it before we move on to that? Sorry.
We got a little bit more Force Awakens to go.
Yeah, no worries.
So, Force Awakens, I just thought it was lazy. I thought it was a rehash. I thought they spent a lot of time building up Snoke, and that didn't come to anything, as we'll see in the next one. I enjoyed the lightsaber battle at the end, but I always enjoy the lightsaber battles at the end of Star Wars.
Because the lightsabers are fucking
Sorry,
the coolest thing ever invented.
Yeah.
Like ever.
You know, they're always good. There's one thing I can never say about these films is they have shit jewels in. They're always spot on.
I concur.
I thought Rey was a bit of a Mary Sue when I first watched it.
I hate that
I can do anything, but
Luke was the same.
if she is that powerful with the Force, then alright. Maybe she didn't exactly sort of kick Kylo Ren's ass. She kind of fought him off essentially.
And he was massively wounded from Chewbacca's crossbow, what we called it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lightsaber looked cooler, didn't it?
Yeah. I liked his lightsaber, definitely, yeah.
Big upside down cross.
Mhm.
Bit of Satanism, right?
Yeah.
Illuminati, they do control
Yep.
the production of these movies. That's why it's such an SJW wet dream in order to socially engineer society.
Right. We're hand dying then.
That's what Alex Jones told me. No, I loved it. I totally understand everybody's criticisms of it. I can just speak honestly for me. I think I got swept up in the magic. I enjoyed seeing Han and Chewie back. Chewie, well, I thought Harrison Ford was okay. Shocked as fuck when he died. I'll never forget that moment.
Finally
Didn't see
got
that
his wish.
coming. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't see that coming.
No, I think they had to. I like it. I think maybe Harrison was right with Return of the Jedi. He shouldn't have been in it. I think that now he's got kind of got his wish now, and he's like they needed a big death.
And it shows you it's good because it shows. I mean, he committed patricide. It's a pretty evil. Any murder's bad.
Did he though?
I love this theory, and I think there's evidence to it, which is, did Han turn on the lightsaber?
Well, you just say
Because
thank
Ben
God.
couldn't do it.
Just say thank you to him.
Yes, he says to him, being torn apart, something I must do, but I don't think I can do it. Will you help me?
Yeah.
Yes, anything, Han says. And Han knows, we did touch on this last week, but Han knows if Ben doesn't kill Han, the Snoke, I keep saying that wrong, will kill him anyway. So he'll sacrifice himself to save Ben's life because he thinks there may still be good in Ben,
And
Yeah.
if
and Ben
does
could be
kill him,
saved.
There's going to be very little redemption from that.
Yeah, you see, then he's
Yeah.
a murderer. So to save him from committing patricide, Han is like, figures all that out very quickly, or maybe he's known it for a long time and this moment was always going to come. He's dealt with Darths and Siths and Jedis for a long time, he knows the score.
Yeah.
But I think there's a bit of weight to that theory, and I'd like to think that, because that's more of a hero's end in a way. But it also, I'm conflicted. I don't know if in part 9 I want to see Ben be turned to the light side because, I don't know, maybe he did kill his dad. But if he didn't, then maybe he still can be redeemed.
Yeah.
What if it's revealed in part 9? What if he actually says, look, I didn't press it, Han pressed it, he sacrificed himself to save me, so there is good in me, and maybe he ends up taking down the First Order with Rey. Maybe she's fucking dumb. Like, I'm jumping ahead, but Luke says, you know, when she has the meditation on the island and she goes down the big black hole, he's like, you went straight for the dark side, you didn't even try and stop yourself. And she's just like, blasé about it, like, not wanting to look. Maybe she's the fucking Emperor's daughter. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I'm getting way ahead of myself. How did you feel? Bits I do like though, sorry, positives. It's sad, but Chewbacca's reaction to Han,
Oh yeah.
the guttural roar, then just laying down the fucking smackdown to a few stormtroopers, starts laying bombs, blasting off.
Yeah. Think how Chewie feels. He's really grown up with little Ben there.
Yeah.
He's been Uncle Chewie, hasn't he?
There's an
When he
amazing.
nursed him in his arms as a
Yeah.
baby, and all of a sudden he's watching him kill his best mate.
There's a fucking amazing comic book page. It's just one page and it's drawn in the Calvin and Hobbes style. And
Oh, I
it
know.
literally shows exactly what you've just described. Young Ray as a Ben as a toddler, playing with Chewbacca, you know, Uncle Chewie,
Yeah.
isn't it? All these years and you see him growing up, teenage Kylo, you know, playing with Ben, Chewie. And then it cuts straight to that scene after he's just killed Han, and you see from Chewie's point of view the crosshairs pointed at his head.
Yeah.
Then he flashes back to the toddler and then pulls it down to his body and then fires. I mean, that's implied, it's not in the script, we don't know, maybe he just missed because it was a long range, but it's got to be true. If you think about it logically, he must have known
Yeah.
Kylo growing up.
Yeah.
It's his best mate's kid. Yeah, there is some good stuff there. I see why you're not into it, but it was successful. And it got a lot of new people, a new generation. And there was an argument I read in one of the articles in my research for this from Forbes about part of the problem with the reaction to these new films is an older generation of fandom having to accept that these films don't belong to them anymore, that they're actually being aimed at an entirely new, you know, you're in your 50s, mate. We're aiming at guys in their 20s to 30s, you know. There's an element of that. But yeah, it is. I couldn't believe they blew up another Death Star.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I couldn't believe
And
that.
the Rebel fleet, which was literally 20 X-wings, was not. I was expecting like Return of the Jedi style Rebel fleet, you know.
Did you enjoy the sort of fact that it looked quite Nazi-ish with the, you know, I liked it, that when
the
when
First
the First
Order-
Order's that big speech and it looked a bit,
Yeah.
you know, space Nuremberg, like, I liked that, not because I like Nazis or fascists, just I thought it was cool to see the First Order, because they're not the Empire, are they?
No, they
What are they?
moved beyond
A
that.
sort of offshoot.
Yeah,
the strong
religious cult sort of thing, aren't
I
they?
suppose when the Empire was split, wouldn't it? You'd have various leaders trying to take over, but otherwise they're the first amongst many, I suppose, really, aren't they? It's,
Right. I liked it though. BB-8, what were your thoughts on BB-8?
I like BB-8. Got nothing against BB-8.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
I liked it. New generation of droid.
I wasn't annoyed that they were trying to take my fandom away from me though. I was really looking forward to it. I mean, I'm really psyched for it.
I'm not saying that's
And
why
I
you
was-
didn't
no,
like it.
but I just felt crushed trying to get out of the cinema.
Oh, mate. I'm
I
sorry.
was just like, I've just fucking watched episode 4 again.
Oh, mate.
That was it. That was it for me. It was fucking lazy. And I was just,
Feelings weren't quite that strong, but
I was
I had mixed
gutted.
feelings about it.
I was
Some
gutted. I don't think I've come to the cinema so disappointed for a long
Oh,
time.
mate. I'll be honest
Since
as
World
well.
War Z.
Since World War Z, probably, yeah.
I'll be honest. I am and was, still am, instantly a bit in love with Daisy Ridley. I have to be fair. That might have something to do with my. I just love her. I love her. I love her.
She's not bad, but
I love
there's no
her.
layer.
I love her. She's.
Oh, I guess.
I love her. Sorry. Sorry.
Stop at it.
I like her. And
She's
the,
alright.
the theme tune.
I thought she was a bit wooden in the first one. better
She
than...
made me a bit wooden. No, I'm sorry, that was ridiculous.
I think she was.
Cut
I think
that.
she was fantastic. I thought Finn was a star of the first
Yeah, I
one.
like Finn. I like his character too. I like that take on it as well. The stormtrooper that's like, "Fuck this." We've not seen anything like that in the Star Wars film before. I like that element. I fucking love little touches like Kylo stopping the laser bolt in midair and it sort of like fluctuating. Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I get what you mean. He's a whiny teenager, but again, I think he was supposed to be tantrumy pussy like. And
Wannabe Vader.
yeah, that's all he is. Wannabe. Vader is his granddad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So must be like his granddaddy, who he never met.
I don't know, man. If I was Luke, I don't think I'd take on Vader's grandson as a fucking.
Well, that's the arrogance of the Jedi, though, isn't it? We'll get to
Yeah.
that. Thinking that it doesn't matter. Han says it himself. There's too much Vader in him.
Yeah.
Leia's trying to convince him, go after him. She says, Luke's a Jedi. Because Han says, look, if Luke couldn't fucking help him, what am I supposed to do? She's like, Luke's a Jedi. You're his dad, mate. You know what I mean? Come on. And he's like, there's too much Vader in him.
Yeah.
He's got that. He's got the dark side, man. It's in his flows. Some diseases skip a generation.
Yeah.
Your granddad had it. Your dad didn't. Now you get it. Maybe that's why Luke's alright. Because Luke stayed on the path of the light, as we'll see.
Not in the old canon.
I don't know, I never read any of it.
Oh, he did turn, but he came
Did
back.
it go?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, not in my reality.
So
Well,
go
none of
to
that
the
shit
Last
exists
Jedi,
now, anyway.
yeah?
Yeah, let's
that's
move on.
good.
The
So
Last
Jedi.
Jedi, the controversial Last Jedi, which I personally think is the best made Star Wars film as a movie of all of them, in terms of filmmaking, shots, the way it looks, the direction, the storytelling. I think it's the best made one.
It had me for a long time in it, I must admit. The casino bit ruined it. We discussed that last week. They just take it away from it because I was like, this is a fucking Bond movie now, or what?
I quite like that bit.
Um,
That was
I-
'cause it
I
was very
enjoyed-
anti sort of.
I enjoyed the horse cows. They were fantastic.
Mm.
Didn't want any of them to die.
I like the ice critters as well.
Yeah, they
The
were
little
fun.
girl in me like them.
Couldn't stand the little penguin puffin thing.
Oh, I love a porg.
No, they were fine. I had no issue with them. They were. Oh,
They
I don't know.
choose trying to eat one.
Some
and
funny
they-
scenes
and
with Chewie, yeah.
You know Chewie ate it anyway.
Yeah.
they-
He'd already had a bite before it made him guilty.
Yeah, he ate it anyway. He's a smuggler. He'll eat whatever. He don't
The
care.
thing is,
He's
he's
done
got to
worse.
really eat it now, because if he doesn't eat it, then it's just a waste of a death. At least if you eat him, he's died for some
Well, there were
cause.
other animals there that would eat it. What did you think of Luke fishing and sucking the milk, the blue milk, right from the teat?
That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the fact that he sucks it. He
Yeah.
looks back and like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
It's fucking great. He's trying to gross her out of like,
Yeah.
you don't want this life. Fuck off away from me. And we
I
all
like the whole
know.
isolation bit of himself.
Yeah, we know from episode 4,
Yeah.
Luke likes blue milk,
He does.
so he just got it direct from the source.
Yeah.
I mean, I had that blue milk for years. When we were
Exactly. I
together.
bet when he saw them teats, and he was like,
Oh,
oh,
blue
bingo.
milk.
The trouble is, he's lucky he's probably not dying from some kind of infection.
Well, he said he was there to die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And with him, the Jedi Order goes
yeah.
with him.
So
Yeah.
can't be nice to go.
I'm sure he made a Force condom with his mouth inside his mouth to stop bacteria to strain. A Force
A Force
sieve,
filter.
a sieve, yeah, a filter sieve made out of the Force in his mouth to sieve out the bacteria.
Yeah, because you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just like it's all pus and everything in it that comes out.
I don't know, I've never sucked an alien's milk
No, not
teeth.
for cow as well.
You
yeah.
don't
I've
know,
never
you don't know
sucked a cow's teeth.
I am just saying. That's what they pasteurize.
Yeah, but you don't know
blood
that.
and mucus and
But you
pus.
don't know that those things don't produce a mucus
They've
as
got
alien
boils
species.
and
Alright, can we talk about Star Wars again? Fucking hell.
Don't suck from the teeth.
There you go.
I'm
There's some
fucking
advice from
going
Mike this week. Don't suck from the teeth.
Oh.
Unless it's your mother's teeth.
No, not unless you're 6
Yeah, we've got
months
many,
old.
many
and I don't know why
babies listen
you.
to this show, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any 6-month-olds. If you're any age over fucking 3, and A, stop listening to us, and B, for the love of God, stop sucking your mother's tits.
Pity! Pity!
Oh, don't. That was
Star Wars.
creepy as shit. Star Wars.
So,
I don't get why everyone thought this was such a liberal agenda film. I didn't give a shit that
because there's women in power,
I
Ben.
didn't give a shit. It was a,
Well, no, 'cause you're normal.
She looks the part. She's she's got purple hair. She's got a cloak. She looks an admiral to me.
You know what my theory is? Why it didn't affect people like
I
you
thought
and
I thought she could have done a bit more when the barges were getting shot
She
at.
did an awesome move though.
Yeah, but she could have like maybe turned the ship around, taken a few of the hits.
Not as cool as well.
You know, shielded the people escaping rather than just
I've got an
sitting
issue
there.
with the ship turning around like that. I mean, there's a lot, you know, it's going high speed in one direction, yeah?
I think that thing was barely
We've
moving
established
at that point.
earlier the rules of real science do not fucking apply.
Yeah, you go on.
Do you know what I mean? Well, my theory is the reason it doesn't bother people like us or the women in power in the movie and stuff like that is because we're normal, right? And we're used to women being in position, because at school there were females in positions of power at school. In every job you've ever had, there's been a female manager somewhere along the chain, lots of them. It's normal for us, but for some of these weird, twisted people, I don't know what their worldview is, but they see this film and all they see is like, fucking women in power, that should be a man, they're telling us we're weak, and we're going, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're probably...
You're reading this so weird.
They're like loggers and shit, aren't they? And people that work on oil rigs and stuff.
Well, what they're doing watching Star Wars, they need to fuck off. But the thing is, they're reading it wrong. I've read a few articles on this. The basic complaint seems to be they're reading it as the fact that Poe has a stupid plan and gets like basically his nuts cut off, and she doesn't tell him her plan, and she takes charge and distrusts him, and
well, that's
he gets lots of people killed, and
that's
she
just
goes
operational security, though.
Yeah, exactly. But they're reading that as the symbolism being, the messaging being, men are useless and brash, and you need the woman's calm head to come in and really lead. Well, and it's the social agenda, social engineering. Then
you would say that our society is very much patriarchal, isn't it?
Well,
yeah. And what a fucking mess
fucking
this world
patriarchy.
With, you know, there's nothing. 20 years have been uninhabitable. This is what men have done to the fucking planet. So I've got no issue with women taking over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
Well,
fuck it.
They can't do a fucking worse job, can they?
Unless it's Thatcher.
Well, yeah. It does depend on their beliefs, but
not on my watch. Fucking split asses.
I think generally,
I'm joking. That was an absolute joke, listeners. I love women. I live with 3 of them. Well, females. Sorry, continue.
You could have been not cool if it was three women.
Oh yeah, living it up.
But no, I do agree that the cinematography in this film was great. The end sort of little dogfight bit,
The
like
salt flats.
The salt flats.
Yeah, the red. I love that idea.
That was awesome. You know, everything that you could see where they'd been. They were dragging up the salt, those red trails. They had to scatter, and it zoomed out to above. And I literally sat back in the chair and went, "Wow, that's really well done."
To be honest, the opening space battle is absolutely stunning, man. With those bombers, it looks ace, and Poe's X-wing moves.
Those bombers are just massive.
They're
death
useless.
traps.
Yeah, a lot of people die.
What a stupid fucking idea.
Bad design. Shows you how little money the rebels, how little resources they've got. They're probably the shittest, cheapest weapon bombers
they can build.
They can probably find or build. Yeah, absolutely fucked, useless. But you know, they blew up one big ship. Poe thought he was a big, you know, that's kind of the message, isn't it? That he was willing to go in gung ho, but he should have been looking at the bigger picture, I guess. You know.
Well, his plan failed, didn't it?
Yeah.
His plan failed.
Yeah, but he's like a jock fighter pilot, isn't he? That's his character. He's the best fighter pilot, so therefore he's a brash, arrogant idiot.
That's it. Yeah, that's why it didn't offend me. He
had
a character
the best leaders, though. I mean, they might be taking orders.
But by the end of the film, what does Poe do? He says, "No, we've got to run and fight another day." He's learned.
He's learned.
And Leia even says, "Well, don't listen to me, follow him."
Yeah.
So he's learned his lesson. And there is quite a bit of failure in this film. Finn and Rose, they fail on their little mission. You know, when they go off to the casino planet, they get fucking captured, and BB-8 ends up saving their ass.
They get the wrong guy, don't they? They get the right guy.
Well, he sells them out, doesn't he? Benicio del Toro with his stutter. But how cool is it when BB-8 takes control of the AT-AT thing? Like he gets his own badass little action scene. I fucking love that, man. Love that scene. What did you think of the Benicio del Toro?
I liked his character. The way he portrayed him was fun. Wasn't the right guy though, was it? Was it the right guy or not?
Yeah, he was, but he sold them out, didn't he?
Yeah.
He wasn't the right guy, was he?
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't the guy with the lapel. They didn't get to him because they got arrested just as they saw him. They went to go and get him.
Yeah, then they get captured.
And this guy was in the cells with him, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the cells with him, but I'm sure.
He was another guy, I think.
Oh, okay.
I assumed.
I would assume that go and look for the guy in the red, and he'll nod
she
to
did
the
tell
other
him.
chap.
Who knows? Either way, he's pretty cool. He does sell about. They get out of it in the end. I love it, and I love. Let's talk about Luke, because a lot of people were disappointed with Luke. I personally wasn't. I thought his journey was ace. It took me a couple of watches to understand, really.
I did get the reluctant trainer. I got that because I think we should probably talk a little bit about how he did effectively turn Carlo to the dark side.
Yeah.
Through a lack of his own understanding of being a teacher.
Or maybe...
Which is interesting. He failed. That's why he's so guilty, isn't he? He thinks he failed as a teacher.
But
Yeah,
he feels shame. He's also feeling shame that he considered for a moment killing a child, basically.
Yeah.
Yoda tells him, doesn't he, that failure is
our best teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
He goes...
And the Jedi should be used to it.
Yeah.
And I love the page turners. They were not. The books. But the books didn't get burnt. He burnt the tree in the temple. But as we know, Rey snuck the books away. And Luke says, I love his line when he's confronting Kylo, where his Force Ghost is, and he's like, amazing, everything you just said was wrong.
Yeah.
It's something like the Alliance will continue, something, and he's like, and I will not be the last Jedi. And cut to Rey, lifting up the rocks. She's got the books.
Yep.
She might be taught by Force Ghost, you know, and then teach people herself. She's the light.
Yeah.
Well, and Luke resets his own mythology, because he used to be the mythical Luke who blew up took on the Empire and blew up the Death Star.
Yeah, cool.
But that's all gone to the wayside. It's however many 30 years later, this First Order have taken over again. People have forgot, but now he's written new mythology. He faced down the entire First Order with a, quote, laser sword.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's inspired. We saw at the end the kids playing.
Yeah.
It's inspired the next generation. I like his arc. I like what he does in the movie. I think his Force projection was badass.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love the way he flicks the dirt off his shoulder. I think it's a great man. I love that Rey...
That's the coolest you'll ever see Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, definitely.
In
I
all
love
fairness.
that Rey, when she's in the cave thing, sees herself, not her parents. You know, because it's, again, all kind of banging us over the head with it, but because everyone for 2 years has been obsessing over who her parents are, the message of the movie quite obviously is like, it doesn't matter, and it's telling her it doesn't matter.
Maybe her parents... She hasn't got any parents?
Yeah, maybe
she was born by the Force, yeah. Maybe she's the next chosen one. Luke says, I've only seen raw power like this once before, and that was Ben, Kylo, Ben Solo.
Or himself.
Well, yeah, he was the powerful one. You truly are powerful, as the Emperor has foreseen. Yeah, well, he is, obviously. He's Anakin's first, but, you know, son.
Yeah, but that's
and Anakin is the virgin birth, isn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
And then his next firstborn must be very powerful. You know, that's why this Skywalker bloodline does matter. But whether there is any more, did Leia have any other children?
Well, I always assumed that Rey and Kylo were going to be brother and sister.
Me
in all
too.
fairness.
Do you think that's going to be too obvious if that's revealed to be the truth?
Because I mean, the old canon had it as having twins, but when the first, I assume they're going to stick to that. But it just seemed odd that they featured these two so heavily together, and for them not to have that. But would it be too corny now if they were revealed as brother and sister? Of course, it wouldn't be too much of a throwback.
A bit too obvious.
So it won't be done now.
But also, there's a weird moment in The Force Awakens that was never followed up on, where they're flying to the castle and she says, I've never seen such lush green land. And like Han gives her this look like, are you fucking stupid? Like, as if to say, of course you have, as if he knows something she doesn't, like that she was born somewhere like that or grew up. He definitely looks at her a bit like, what are you on about? So I don't know whether that was a hint at her being, of him knowing what her origins were.
Or him just being senile.
How dare you? That's my favourite space smuggler. He wasn't senile. He sacrificed himself.
Because he was going senile.
He had dementia.
Well, better this way than in the nursing home.
Oh, you're just jealous.
Can't have Han Solo in a nursing home, can you?
That'd be funny though, wouldn't it?
Kind of would.
What, him sexually harassing young nurses?
Yeah, in a wheelchair, shit on the million
With a hyperdrive on it. Going into hyperspace, Chewie.
Sat next to a fur coat.
Wookiee's not for ages, done this, and Chewie's just fucked off. Comes to visit him once a week.
Well, yeah.
No, I did enjoy it. I don't understand what the criticism was about it. I had a guy at work telling me it was shit and they've ruined Star Wars.
Fuck that.
And I was like, I said to him, he goes, did you watch it? I was like, yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was a perfectly fine film. It's good. It didn't bother me there was a woman in charge.
Yeah, they don't like that though.
And I got the feeling that was his gripe. You know, the liberal agenda.
I don't even want to give these people
I
credence.
was like, it just didn't...
Too many fucking women in it!
You know, she
Black Stormtrooper! Fucking women telling me what to fucking do in space!
You want to fight Space Force?
Fuck 'em!
But no, she was built up, her character was built up as this sort of war hero. She's done her time with the rebellion. Why can't she be a fucking admiral?
Exactly, and we touched on this last week. They're even in the original trilogy, women in positions of power. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fuck them. So,
Stop politicising.
Final thoughts on the Last Jedi, and then should we do final?
Luke, the ending of Luke, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I must have fucking looked at my phone and went for a piss or something when this happened, because I was like, when I come back and she's like, oh, I felt Luke go, and I was like, what, did Luke die? He was sat on the rocket.
Probably had a mini stroke.
He was sat on the rocket a minute ago. I had to fucking rewind it. Oh yeah, he vanished.
When you watch it a second time, you see hints at it I said this last week, sorry, but when he catches Rey and Kylo doing Space Force Skype, he's like, you're not doing this, the effort would kill you. So like, the effort of him projecting and doing all what he did, it's cool though, man, because he gets a little moment with everyone, nods at C-3PO, and he gets his moment with Leia.
Yeah.
Out he goes, reignites his legend, and I don't know, it's going to be interesting what the gap is, because episode 8 picked up immediately after episode 7. Is there going to be a long gap between episodes? Are we going to pick up when, like, you know, those little kids seen at the end, you know, sort of a bit older, is Rey going to have set? It's interesting, where are we going to pick up? Because what use is it going to be? Because there's about 10 of them left, isn't there?
My God, imagine if like Jedi Force ghosts start appearing to every kid that's like even Force attuners not meant to. That'd be creepy as shit. The ghost at night teaches me Jedi things, Daddy.
Yeah, but then when your daddy tries to get you to do things, you force choke him to the floor. Where did you learn this? The man that comes at night, Daddy.
Yeah, he's got all bruises, man, he's a kid.
You know what
like
that
this.
You know what that happened?
You can see why
Pedo Jedi is a force choking me kid.
Why is he suddenly a pedo? He's just teaching him how to use the force.
No, that's what the dad will think.
Oh right, yeah, probably.
He's got bruises and stuff all over him.
Some
man comes at night.
He's teaching me the ways of the Force, Father.
He's just going to force choke me chicken.
Only a Sith deals in underage boys.
Oh man, I got dark very quickly.
Well, if you tuned in for the first time because this is about Star Wars, we hope you come back someday.
Oh.
It was all very sexual tonight. I don't know. We really did bastardise the beautiful legend of Star Wars.
No, I did enjoy this. It was a beautiful film, in a way. Beautifully filmed, anyway.
Very, very visually sumptuous.
That's what a Star Wars film should be.
Did you rank him in our top 3 then, or something?
My top 3. It's probably the original trilogy, is it? It's probably Empire, Jedi, Last Jedi, Return, then Last Jedi. Yeah, that's my top 3.
I'm gonna go Empire, New Hope. I'm probably Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah. I'm actually quite close to you, Mike. I'm actually on the same as you. I'm Empire, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope.
I do like Revenge of the Sith a lot. Of the prequels, that's the one I have watched the most.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I watch it and literally skip directly to the Duel of the Fates.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've done that many times when I've got in quite drunk and.
So I used to have them all on one disc back in the day when you had multiple.
Copies.
It was like
allegedly
just to the end of every single Star Wars, right at the end of the fucking. There we go. Lightsaber duel. Sit back, eat some food.
Dun, 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 dun,
But you know, one of my favourite duels though of all time is Phantom Menace. Weirdly, I love the Darth Maul and lightsaber duel. That's
awesome.
Brilliantly done.
Yeah, me too. I do like that.
Take a break, do you mind?
No, we don't.
I'll do a couple of articles and then.
Yeah, should we read one of them lists?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Alright, so to finish off, we have the some of the best Star Wars characters from an article. So we'll start with Wedge Antilles. He is a rebel pilot.
Yeah, good old Wedge Antilles.
Great name.
That is a good name.
Greedo, the bloke who hand shoots in the bar.
Yeah.
You got rid of him first.
Never heard of him.
What a name.
Biggs Darklighter. Cracking moustache, give him that. Oh, he's the chap that Luke meets in the hangar.
Luke Skywalker's childhood buddy. A red hot pilot with an absolutely cracking tash.
Yeah.
He does.
Rose from
I like her, actually.
A lot of people, this is the other controversy reaction where the racial discrimination comes in. Shameful fucking truth. Sorry to bring everyone down. The actress who plays this lady had to leave Twitter because of the abuse she was receiving from people because they didn't like her character being Asian and a woman in a prominent role in The Last Jedi. Sad, sad world we live in. I quite liked it. I liked what she symbolised because her sister died in the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says some pretty wise stuff. It's pretty cool.
Looks up to Finn, and I think Finn, although he is number one concern is Rey, he obviously has something going on with Rose too, isn't it?
Definitely.
He's gonna buff them both.
Maybe.
Filthy space pervert.
Woo! Space stud.
Woo! Right, sorry.
We've got Poe Dameron. He's the new guy.
He's based in a new Han Solo, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
Love this
I
guy.
don't mind him though. He's alright.
I love him. Really do.
Yeah.
Admiral Motti. He's the guy that gets force choked by Vader.
Yeah.
Vader.
Motty. Filthy Mott. 24 Padme.
Padme.
Like we said, she could have just told that 10-year-old slave boy to get to fuck. Go and play Space Gay Electric.
Yeah.
Don't fucking sniff around me, and none of this would have happened. But
Exactly.
hey ho, on we go.
23, Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap!
Yeah.
It's a trap!
Fantastic.
Is he a fish or a frog?
No idea.
He's a
Mon
Mon
Calamari.
Calamari, that's like fried fish.
No, it's squid, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and fish, squid, prawns, it's sea shit.
Oh, is it all of it put together, is it?
I think so, that's
I thought
what
it was
calamari
squid,
is.
but
Definitely squid's in it.
Squid, isn't it? I thought calamari was
I
squid.
thought it was squid.
Baby squids, I've eaten it in Italy only
Yeah.
once.
I like squid.
I like the taste but hated the texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like chewing rubber to
Yeah.
me. But the taste was
There
fine.
wasn't much taste for me either.
I wasn't that I was like, yeah, well I did it as a sort of challenge. I was like, there you go, never want to do it again. She had to do, my friend Hannah had to take the heads off the shrimps for me, I couldn't do that.
Well, I went to my my ex's parents' house for Christmas dinner, and because he was a bit of an eccentric,
Oh no.
he decided
Sorry,
to
I
have
hate him
squid for
already.
Christmas dinner.
Oh, I hate him. Did you eat it?
I did, yeah. That's the time I've ever eaten it. It wasn't, like I said, it was tasteless and texture rubber.
Yeah.
And then he made us
Shame.
watch ballet after, I think it was.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Or something on
shit.
What a shit Christmas day.
opera.
How old
TV
were you
or
at
something.
this time?
I was in my mid to late 20s.
Fuck. Well, that was traumatic,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Okay, now you had to put up with that for a while.
8 years.
Oh, Christmas, the time of squid and ballet. Oh, you poor soul.
Can
Nobody
you
smokes
let's
so
go to
much.
my parents one year? Can you just stop it round like, hey, let's go to my parents this Christmas day?
We did only go once, and that's when we had squid, and we never went again on Christmas Day.
I don't
We got
fucking
Boxing
blame you.
Day instead.
So, back to the revelation then, that Admiral Akbar is
Some kind of
calamari.
squid?
He actually is food.
Yeah?
No way. I wouldn't eat him.
22, Jack Porkins.
Porkins,
I didn't know his first name, Jack. It's no better than his last name, to be honest.
fat X-Wing pilot.
Thank you for your service, you fat bastard. We live in the Grand Moff Tarkin, number 21.
Yeah.
Peter Cushing.
Great.
Like it says, top dog on the Death Star.
Yeah.
Holder of Darth Vader's leash. I like that quote.
Interesting. Apparently Galen Erso next, the guy who built the Death Star from Rogue One.
Well, he was a science. He was responsible for. He didn't build it, did he? He was
Well,
a
he
science.
didn't build it single-handedly, obviously. But
Yeah.
he worked out the science of it, yeah.
And he built in the important weakness that Luke was able to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a bit of a hero, in a way.
Very true.
Number 19, Hammerhead.
No idea. Some guy from the Moss Isley Cantina bar. Oh, I
Yes.
don't know why he's in there.
Just nothing.
Vice Admiral Amelin Holdo, she's the admiral who takes over in The Last Jedi that everyone hates.
Fucking SJW agenda! Number 18, fucking bollocks! That's the voice of the internet.
Mhm.
Northern internet. I don't know
Gotcha. Kylo Ren with his funky saber.
why. Yeah.
Darth Maul should have probably been a bit higher up in my opinion.
Yeah. And for me.
C-3PO, always hated him.
I want to hit him
He
sometimes.
has his place.
Yeah. When he's in pieces on Chewbacca's back.
Yeah. Boba Fett.
14, Boba Fett.
Looks cool.
Everyone loves Boba apparently. Rey,
I love you.
you mentioned that. Let's move on.
She's wonderful.
Lando.
You Lando.
Love Lando and Solo. Flamboyant man in a cape.
Yeah, man. Recording his own journal.
Yeah. Brought a bit of light to that dark, didn't he?
Yeah, probably spunked in his droid's audio input.
Long journeys out there doing the Kessel Rugas.
Jyn Erso, number 11. Yeah,
She was
she's
good.
cool. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
Very important in the story now, we know.
Yeah.
Of her band, Rogue One.
Finn.
Yeah, I like Finn. That's a bit, I would have had Darth Maul in front of Finn. I do like Finn, but he doesn't do much in Force Awakens really compared to, I mean, Jedi compared to Force Awakens, does he? He's got his casino bit, that bit, but yeah. I like him.
Yeah, he's
Luke's number 9?
Well, kid from Tatooine who goes and joins a terrorist organisation and blows up millions of people. Number 9.
Who wrote this fucking list?
Timeout.com.
Well, R2-D2 was ahead of Luke for some reason.
R2D2's pretty class though.
Yeah.
I love R2-D2, he probably is one of my favourites, if not my
Number
favourite.
7, Palpatine.
Palpatine. I don't want Palpatine. He's a good baddie. Darth's gonna be number 1 though, ain't he? Surely.
6, Yoda.
Yoda. I'd put Yoda a bit higher. Chewie.
Chewie.
Everyone loves Chewie. Number 5.
You walking carpet.
Obi-Wan.
Help me, Obi-Wan.
Legend. Number 3.
Leia, number 3. More SJW pandering.
Oh, of course. Han.
Number 2. And in 1.
Obvious, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he is the most iconic screen villain of all time.
Oh, of course, yeah. His
Yeah.
There
helmet.
was a study done. They
Mm.
asked people who would you want the most to be on Star Wars. Number 1 was Vader.
You know most powerful? Well, after the Emperor's gone.
Mm.
His helmet based on samurai designs. Kind of iconic. That costume. He's massive.
Your deep voice and heavy
Deep,
breathing.
scary voice. Breathing weird.
He doesn't look a giant dildo, does
What the
Oh
fuck
my
is...
God. He looks like a fucking space samurai.
Biggest a vagina that uses Darth Vader as a dildo.
he? Space whale or whatever it's called.
Space
A
Moby
horny
Dick.
space whale.
Yeah.
Well, that's an end to Darth Vader that I don't think anyone wanted to see. This is why your idea of just letting anyone make a Star Wars film is fucking dangerous
It's flawed.
and
in my opinion.
misguided, yes, at best.
I know Darth Vader is a sex toy for a space whale.
Just picks him up and uses him as a book plug. Ah,
Yeah.
He's got a very shiny bond.
Just the lighting. Well, someone's polished it for him, haven't
Oh, I can't believe we
It's
have
his
a
job to polish Vader's head.
they? I bet you got some slave who does it for him.
polish my helmet or die.
My helmet isn't shiny enough, and his force chokes him to death.
Does he just use the force to get a cloth to go?
Oh, maybe.
While he sits there just
Yeah.
polishing his own
Offer
head.
some linseed oil.
Order more of this linseed oil.
Linseed oil is very hard to find in the galaxy.
Well, you dark, you got anything, mate.
Fucking hell. We should mention, we haven't mentioned it yet, the fact that when they actually filmed the first one, David Prowse, who's in the costume, who's from Cornwall,
Yes, he is.
where it's a part of England, listener, if you're not from England, where they sort of talk a bit like that. Very strange country bumpkin accent. On the set, he delivered the lines of Darth Vader, thinking he was actually going to be featured in the final cut of the movie. Can you fucking imagine? Do not underestimate the power of the dark side. The force is strong in this. Oh, I'm ripping off Bill Bailey's material actually. I've just remembered he did that.
Yeah.
But it's fucking funny though.
Yes.
Right. The force is strong in this.
Yeah, because they had the original filming. It's got his voice.
Yeah, oh, I've never seen those.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
in the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, a documentary,
Oh, man.
Empire of Dreams.
You sent that to me, I haven't watched that yet. I should.
It is good. A bit long, but it's good.
But yeah, Darth, I suppose he deserves to be number one. Good on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's iconic as
I mean, I
fuck.
said that General Grievous, because it was 53, we went down to 30, but he was number 41 Grievous. I think that's shocking.
Yeah.
I'm shocked at Luke being 9. That's my only. I've just swapped him with.
Right, so we did the 15 craziest Star Wars fan theories from Screen Rant.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Screen Rant.
Darth Jar Jar, I think we might have done
Yeah, we
this.
did that one last week.
Yeah.
Jar Jar. Use the Force hand, number 14.
Oh.
Want to read it, Ben?
Han Solo's a lot of things: a smuggler, a scoundrel, a scruffy-looking nerf herder, and maybe a Force user. The popular fan theory suggests the pilot of the fastest ship in the galaxy can credit his phenomenal luck to the Force itself.
But he's very lucky.
I thought it was them dice he had hanging up.
Ah, yeah.
So take a second look and give it all the times Han survived despite insurmountable odds. Running away from stormtroopers, the asteroid field, the carbonite freezing, that blind shot at the Sarlacc pit. Wouldn't it make a lot more sense if Han wasn't just lucky all these times, he was actually channeling the Force?
Well, yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe.
I'm down for that one. It'd be pretty cool. Because just, you don't have to be, being Force sensitive doesn't mean you're a Jedi and you have to go
No.
through all that. You could just be vaguely Force sensitive, and that's why he's an amazing pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd go for that.
He's got a few more midichlorians and dresses.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about them, Mike. Medicorians.
Have they been written out now?
We just don't talk about
Ah,
it.
right.
We forget that bit.
Okay.
What's
So,
this one? Next one.
Chewbacca and R2-D2 are secret rebel agents. Well, that's fucking obvious, isn't it? That's all they've kind of ever done.
Well, here we go. It says, the classic Star Wars theory was born out of the revelations of the polarizing prequel trilogy, particularly things seen during Revenge of the Sith. At the conclusion of Episode 3, R2-D2's better half, C-3PO, has his memory wiped of the events leading up to Anakin's fall. But oddly enough, the little astromech droid does not. This means when R2 meets Luke years later in A New Hope, he's fully aware of who Luke is and what Darth Vader's relation to him is. Similarly, Chewbacca appears in Episode 3 aiding Yoda in his battles on the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk, but appears to be unaware of what's going on as well. The theory goes along to say that given R2 and Chewie's knowledge of the events of the prequel trilogy, they were actually secret agents working for the rebellion. Oh, sorry, technical difficulties. Working for the rebellion. Think about it. It would be pretty easy to explain that R2 leads Luke to Obi-Wan, who would then take them to Mos Eisley, where they could meet up with Han and Chewie. This fun theory has been previously disputed by some of the books in the expanded universe, but with Disney coming out and disregarding the majority of these stories, maybe this theory will end up becoming canon after all.
Yeah, I don't buy that one.
Well, they do know, it's factual that they know, but that doesn't mean that they're fucking agents.
Well, there wouldn't have been a rebellion at that point. There was just
Yeah.
the Senate and the clones and the
And what's to say,
Trade Federation, wasn't there?
Chewie's very old, he might forget a lot of shit, and R2 probably has to delete a lot of memory
Yeah.
files every couple of years. Just, do you know what I
You
mean?
can't have that much RAM on board, can
Yeah,
you?
exactly. He's not got permanent infinite RAM.
No.
You know, come on now. So next, do you want to go over this one, Mike?
Boba Fett killed Luke's family. We've talked
You
about this, haven't we?
alluded to this earlier, but what's the actual
The
theory?
theory states it wasn't stormtroopers who killed Uncle Owen and Beru, but rather Boba Fett. Might sound random at first, but take a closer look at the scene from Empire Strikes Back, where Darth Vader specifically tells the mysterious bounty hunter no disintegrations when instructing him to bring in the Millennium Falcon. The most convincing aspect of this scene is, in regards to this theory, is the tone in which Vader says so, as if scolding a child who had been previously misbehaved.
I wouldn't argue that disintegrations would be more. There'd be nothing left. There'd be a pile of ashes, burning skeleton.
If that scene isn't enough for you, keep in mind that according to the updated version of A New Hope, Boba Fett was present on Tatooine at the time of Luke's family's deaths, as seen alongside Han and Jabba.
Yeah.
Got it,
So Tatooine was the last place Vader would look for Luke because he doesn't like sand. More than a few people have wondered how Luke was hid from his father when it was decided he would be raised on Anakin's home planet. It seemed like a risky play and quite frankly too obvious to work, but somehow things work out and Luke goes unnoticed by his father until the Battle of Yavin. It may seem like a screenwriting oversight, but it actually made a lot of sense for Luke to have been hidden specifically on Tatooine. Think back, if you would, to that scene in Attack of the Clones, where Anakin explains to Padme his feelings on sand. In case you've got this spectacular piece of dialogue, Anakin doesn't like sand, because it's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, and the worst of all, it gets everywhere. And the last time we saw
Well, he's got a
Anakin...
point.
Well, yes.
You don't want to get sand in your stumps.
Oh,
Or your where your robo legs join your stumps.
oh, you don't want
Yeah,
that.
do you know
That'd
what
be
I mean?
irritating.
Yeah.
And the last time we saw Anakin on Tatooine, he witnessed the death of his mother. So he ain't gonna want to go back. So yeah, maybe it does make a bit of sense.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Qui-Gon Jinn was a secret Sith mastermind.
Oh. What's he now?
He's a controversial figure in the Star Wars universe, both among characters within the story and fans of the series. While recognised as a Jedi Master and mostly respected by his peers, mostly, Qui-Gon was sceptical of many teachings of the Jedi Council because they were equally sceptical of him. While this alone wouldn't be enough to point towards his Jedi Master as being a secret Sith, a closer look at Qui-Gon's history reveals an intriguing fact about him. Qui-Gon Jinn, as a young Padawan, studied under the Jedi Master turned Dark Lord of the Sith, Count Dooku. If studying under one of the most powerful Sith Lords of his time isn't enough to sway your opinion on Qui-Gon, also consider the fact, in stories told in Star Wars legends, Qui-Gon had an apprentice named Xanatos who also fell to the dark side.
Maybe he's just a shit teacher. Or a
Maybe.
good Jedi. You know what I mean? You could be a good Jedi Knight, but not the best teacher.
That's true.
It's possible, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Number 9, the Ewoks crave human flesh.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Then stop giving him students to his that bad at it.
Yeah, they love stormtrooper flesh. This theory doesn't rely on hidden meanings as much as it simply points out an aspect of Return of the Jedi that many fans overlook. The Ewoks may look cute and cuddly, but don't let their adorable appearance fool you. These little guys prove to be ferocious warriors, playing an integral role in the rebellion's victory over the Empire on the Forest Moon. Blah blah blah. We may never truly witness the Ewoks feasting on humans like their turkeys on Thanksgiving, but the implications are clear. It's a simple thought, but one that drastically changes the way you look at that celebration on Endor, where the Ewoks are playing drums on the empty stormtrooper helmets. Are the heads still in there, the severed heads, or have they cooked the heads?
Cooked it, I
Boiled
Yeah.
the heads? They had Han and Luke draped over those fires,
Yeah.
going to just cook
Yeah.
them alive. Vicious, prime, alpha.
Savage.
So you think of them as little teddy bears, they're just mini bears. Mini space bears.
I've still got a fucking laser blaster and a fucking walker behind me though.
They're fast. They sneak up on you.
I'm pretty sure I could really take down a 4-foot teddy bear.
Yeah, an Ewok would kick your fucking ass,
I've
Ben.
got a laser blaster.
No, you haven't. Just you hand to hand against an Ewok.
I'm
You're
a,
fucked.
I'm a stormtrooper in this scenario. I've got a laser blaster.
You drop the blaster, or it gets knocked out your hand
I
by
was
a
got a
boulder.
knife or something. I'm a
No, it
fucking
gets
stormtrooper.
knocked out your hand by a boulder. It's your first time in combat. You've never faced
I'm one of the
anything like
Emperor's
this
best
before.
legions.
Well, you know, it's
here.
jumped up to your face and it's bit your neck area and it's literally through your jugular.
Well, I'm fucked at that point anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's how quick it is. They will fuck you up. The
It can't be
Ewoks.
that quick.
They are. They took down the Empire. This is fact.
I bet. Do you reckon the Rebel generals are like, we just should have recruited these fuckers earlier, shouldn't
Yeah.
we?
They
They
should
won this
just-
war 20 years ago.
They shouldn't have been so fucking fascist against other species
No.
and only recruited humans.
That's it.
More fool you, Empire and Emperor.
Or maybe humans are easily manipulated than any other species.
Well, there is that. Yeah,
Either way, cannibals.
yeah, filthy little cannibals.
Next
Yeah.
one.
So the Force can alter time. This Star Wars fan theory is presented on the mysterious ways of the Force and how little is truly known about it. According to this theory, locations that are strong with the Force, either naturally or due to the presence of a particularly powerful Force user, alter the very fabric of time. The main source of this theory stems from Luke's Jedi training Yoda on the desolate planet of Dagobah. Given the fact that Yoda is one of the most powerful Force users in history, could his control over the unseen Force be strong enough to slow down time itself? If true, this theory would explain the question of how Luke could become a Jedi Knight in such a short period of time. I suppose that's interesting, but I just assumed that was a natural story progression. You know,
Yeah.
you took a couple of years, aren't you, between?
Yeah, I think shit that one, innit?
I think
Yeah.
Luke's just really powerful naturally, and Yoda's the best teacher in the world ever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Them together.
Yeah, boom. Adds to the magic.
Yeah.
Number 7, Luke and Leia have another brother.
From another mother. Go on then, Mike. What's this one?
The Star Wars fan theory is for you grammar nuts out there. During the signature crawl from the beginning of The Force Awakens, one sentence may look a bit odd to the keen-eyed fan. The sentence in question is referring to General Leia Organa and reads, "She is desperate to find her brother Luke and gain his help in restoring peace and justice to the galaxy." Right. Okay. As his fan theory goes, the text is missing a pair of commas before or after the word Luke. As far as the sentence structure goes, Luke's name is unnecessary information for the rest of the sentence if Luke is Leia's only brother, as we've been previously told.
No, I can give two fucks about that.
I think that is really fucking extras, isn't it, man?
Well, number 6, Luke is at a grave site. So this is in the Last
Did come out
Jedi.
before Last Jedi.
Fans may have been shocked when they realised how little Luke Skywalker featured in the latest film in the popular space opera franchise, apart from Rey's Force vision. The only time we really see the truly popular farm boy turned Jedi is during the film's final scene.
Oh yeah, they haven't seen Last Jedi.
This boy.
They don't know it's a Jedi temple.
Yeah.
See, this is everyone guessing in between. Fools. Finn is Force sensitive.
Yeah, maybe.
Finn is seen on numerous occasions during the film to demonstrate abilities generally associated with the Force. He turns around, looks towards the sky, hearing the destruction of the Hansnian system by Starkiller Base, similar to the way Obi-Wan felt the destruction of Alderaan whilst aboard the Millennium Falcon. I don't know, but while we're at it, I'm going to slide in an old joke here and tell you that my penis is so big that when I ejaculate, any nearby Jedi feel a massive disturbance in the Force. Ba-bum.
Yay.
I'm here all week. Number 4.
Snoke is a holocron.
Ooh, what the fuck? Well, we know he's not, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
fuck it.
Yeah,
Because he isn't. Rey is the chosen one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, more than likely. Rey is a Palpatine.
Ooh, I think this could be interesting, because then you've got a Skywalker versus a Palpatine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the kind of
Descendant.
role reversal scenario.
Ooh, I like that one. I think it could be the ghost, the Force ghost of the Emperor impregnated just a random tramp woman and made Rey.
Right.
And Luke knew it, or Han knew it, or someone knew it, and they threw her away on an island. I don't know.
Apparently they both have similar fighting styles, Palpatine and Rey.
Well, it's not her fault if her dad's an evil. Doesn't mean she has to be a dictator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the last one, E.T. the Sith Lord.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we do see him in the prequels, but it doesn't mean he's a Sith Lord. So can I read this one out?
Yeah, you want to.
Because how is he a Sith Lord? Here's a fun fan theory that dips into a film completely outside of the Star Wars franchise. E.T. the extraterrestrial. Well, we don't need to read that. We know it was a box office success. The key scene here lies in the Halloween trick-or-treating sequence that features a young child dressed as the Jedi Master, Yoda. E.T. sees the little green Jedi and appears to recognize him. Years later, in one of those captivating Senate scenes from episode 1, I'm looking at you, mate, a small group of aliens who look just like E.T. can be spotted amongst the crowds. Now sure, it may just be a fun, meaningless Easter egg between friends George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. But what if it's more? Think about the rest of the things E.T. does in the film. The famous bicycle flying scene could be explained by E.T. utilizing the Force to levitate. But that would just mean he's Force sensitive, right? Wrong. The other notable power E.T. exhibits is the ability to cure diseases and injuries. In other words, keeping those he cared about from dying, just like Palpatine explained. Wham!
I just don't.
Boom!
I just can't see E.T. being Darth Plagueis.
Well, just because he can't speak English, imagine if, a bit like Bumblebee, Darth Vader lost his vocal cords and I just landed on Earth. People wouldn't necessarily know straight away that he's a fucking mass murdering evil child killer, right? They must be like, oh, look, a big shiny dildo spaceman. Come here, me duck. I don't know. What do you think? E.T.? Sith Lord?
No, not going for it.
That's quite an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, but we can't prove it's wrong.
Nope.
So yeah, I think, should we wrap up? What do you want to, your final
do the
thoughts
quiz?
on the... Oh, should we do, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll do a quiz then.
Go on then.
Okay.
Apparently this is a difficult quiz. We'll show how bad we are at Star Wars trivia.
Funtrivia.com.
Yeah, we'll see how fun it is when we show shit we are.
Who manned the bottom gun turret on the Millennium Falcon? Well, it wasn't Chewie because he was flying.
What are the options?
So you got Han, Obi-Wan, Chewie, or Luke.
Oh,
Well, Han and Luke were doing the shooting, so it's one of them two.
I've seen them many times, but I don't have.
I think it's Han.
photographic
I think Han was on the bottom.
I'll defer to your knowledge then, Ben. We'll say Han, yeah?
Luke was in an open turret, wasn't
What do
he?
you think it's Luke, don't you?
Luke was in. Luke was. Hang on. Just think about this. We know the scene. Luke firing at stuff. Is he a glass
Don't get
canopy in
cocky,
front of
kid.
him, or is he just like in a little turret thing? I'm sure Han.
Don't get penisy.
Well, there's two gun turrets, obviously one on the bottom, he was the one on the bottom.
I'm going with Han. Fuck it.
Wouldn't he be flying it?
No, Chewie was flying.
Yeah, there was two shooters, wasn't there?
Okay.
Obi-Wan certainly wasn't shooting at them two.
It's either Luke or Han, isn't it?
It's gotta be Han. I don't know. Fuck knows. I don't know. People at home are screaming at us for
Yeah, I know,
such
yeah.
fucking useless fucking Star Wars bellends.
What is a novice in the Jedi Order called? A
Padawan.
Padawan, beginner, Jedi Knight, a young
Come on, click that
Padawan.
motherfucker. We know
We know
this.
that one.
Yeah.
Wait, fucking A.
How many landing struts does an X-wing have? None. It has wheels. 4, 3, 5. It's 3, isn't it?
What struts wings?
No, them little legs that come down when it lands.
I think it does, yeah.
Fuck knows.
I'll go with that.
3. What were Darth's 3 last words? Leia's your sister. I am your father. You were right. Let me die. You were right, isn't it?
I think it is,
Yeah, I would say so. Touch my cock. Those were his last words. It was deleted.
What colour is the handle of the lightsaber Obi-Wan gave Luke? The handle, not the saber. It's silver, green, black, or white. It's silver, isn't it?
I think so.
How many troops patrolled the Endor bunker's back entrance? Fucking hell. 2, 4, 5, or too many to count? I don't know.
Too many.
4.
4?
I've no idea. I'm just guessing. 4. Who the fuck notices that?
We're gonna get roasted.
Whose call sign was Red 5 in the first Death Star battle?
Big Starlighter, Han, Wedge, or Luke?
Couldn't tell you.
Red 5.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Should we go with Wedge because we've had him already?
Alright.
And what did Leia use to kill Jabba? A chain, a phaser, a lightsaber, a bow, and it's a chain.
Dildo.
We know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Jabba's transport, what became of R2? He became a trash can, a waiter, a royal aide, or he was left in the garbage and scrapped out. He was a waiter.
He's a waiter,
wasn't he?
wasn't he? Undercover.
Yeah.
Like a badass.
What political body was Leia a member of? We find it in Star Wars. The Imperial Senate, the Rebel Alliance, the Republic, the Galactic Senate. It's the Rebel Alliance, isn't it? Leia?
Yeah.
I'm not committing to anything. That's what really know.
What colour are Chewbacca's
Oh,
eyes?
for fuck's sake.
Yellow, black, blue, brown.
I
Brown,
think
I
they're
think.
blue, aren't they? They're brown.
I have no
I've
idea.
never looked into his eyes, but
No,
I think they're
I
brown.
don't know if I need to look into a 9-foot hairy bear
Yeah.
dog's eyes before.
Oh, they like dogs, like they're brown. I'll go brown. Let's go brown.
Brown,
I think
alright.
they're blue, but alright.
Look it in your big blue eyes.
We're brown?
Brown, yeah, alright, I've no idea.
Fuck knows.
What system did Boba Fett track Han Solo to? Bespin, Cloud City, Tatooine, or Endor? As the Bespin was the planet? Cloud City was the place where they caught Han, but Bespin was the planet.
Bespin,
Yeah,
yeah?
sure,
Yeah.
go for it.
That might be a trick question. I take it's. I don't know the way it's worded. What colour was the first Death Star's super laser? Blue, yellow, white, or green? It was green, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Who figured the others were dying when he heard them screaming from the trash compactor comlink? R2, C-3PO, Chewie, Wicket? C-3PO.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Wicket is.
He's one of the Ewoks.
Yeah. Who flew the Falcon during the second attack on the Death Star? Han, Lando, Chewie, or Luke? Was Lando?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got this, boys.
At
Come on.
15, 10 out of 15 is the average.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, the answer was Luke for the bottom one.
Okay. Second one
Fucking
we got
hell,
right.
it's right!
Second one, right?
Yeah, Gaz was right for the first one. Padawan.
Yeah.
Third one was 3 struts. The
Yeah.
X-Wing had. 4. Darth Vader's last words were "You were right."
Yeah.
We got it.
The colour of the lightsaber was silver.
Hey. Oh, we did know that one, that Wedge Antilles. Oh, we got the Who patrolled the end, How many troops patrolled the end of his back entrance.
Wow.
Good guess.
Only 39% got that right, so we.
Yeah,
It was
we
a bit of a guess, like.
What's the
Red
second one we
5
got
was
wrong?
Yeah.
Luke. 97% of people got the fact that Leia used a chain to kill Jabba. What became R2, Waiter, 90% of
Yeah.
that. Physical body was a Imperial Senate.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, she does say that, doesn't she?
Ah.
Oh,
Of
fuck.
course.
What colour are Chewie's
I told
eyes?
you it was blue.
Ah,
Uh,
shit.
I did say
Fuck.
it.
Sorry.
What system did Boba Fett track Han Solo to? We got that one. It's right.
Hey,
Bespin.
Bespin.
One of them.
Super laser was green.
Yeah.
C-3PO heard him screaming. And Lando.
We got 4
11
wrong.
out of 15.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Not bad.
No.
Should have
nailed
been
it.
12 if you listen to me on the eyes, and if you listen to me on the Luke, could have been 13.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh well. We're still Padawans.
Well,
We're
yeah.
better than average.
Yeah, of course.
10 was
Fuck
the
yeah.
average, so
Of course we're better than average.
Yeah.
So should we try
We're the
and-
best, better than average podcast out there.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and wrap up the
Yeah, I did say I'd play this. Do you,
Oh, yeah.
do you mind if I play a bit of
Go for
this?
it.
Snatch
No,
Wars?
just do, give the first minute and a half or so.
Because it is funny. If anyone's never seen it, it's on YouTube.
Lord Vader. Lord Vader.
Put a lead on her, Turkish, before she gets bitten. And you don't want to get bitten now, do you, sweetheart?
No.
Right. Now, fuck off.
The Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
Are you taking the piss?
We intercepted no transmissions. This is a consular ship. We're on a diplomatic mission.
You're not much good to me alive, are you? He's a useless shite, that boy. Punish him for me, Errol.
Darth Vader, only you could be so bold.
And who might you be, sweetheart?
I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
Pull your tongue out of my arsehole. I'm going to be watching you, and I don't care where you go, you can fuck off to Tibet. And I shall have men, nutters, from Parkhurst, dressed in Yeti suits, up Everest, with meat cleavers, ready to chop your tarty fucking legs off.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you fucking should, you soppy tarts. Feed up to the pigs, Errol.
Holding her is dangerous. Word of this gets out, it could generate sympathy for the rebellion in the Senate.
I don't care if he's Muhammad, Ahmad, Bruce Lee. You can't change fighters.
She'll die before she'll tell you anything.
It can get you into a lot of trouble thinking, Errol. I shouldn't do so much of it.
Lord Vader,
Who the fuck's talking to you, boy?
no transmissions were made. Our escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting, but no life forms were aboard.
You're on thin fucking ice, my pedigree chums. And I shall be under it when it breaks. Now fuck off.
It's done so well.
Yes.
Fits perfectly.
No, fuck off. Excellent. Well, I think, like we said, we're not like the most hardcore anal Star Wars fans there are out there, but we just
Better than average.
we're better than average.
Better
We
than
love
average.
it. Safe to say we love it. There's 10
Yeah.
fucking films now, and across the board, generally sort of. I would say I love all of them. I know we ranked earlier a top 3, but stick any Star
Yeah.
Wars film on and I'm going to watch the shit out of it,
Yeah.
Of course.
basically. So yeah, I'm happy.
This is the Force
Fun.
Awakens.
Yeah, I'll go for
A
it.
bit of weird news and frolics.
It's been a marathon. It's been fun though. I enjoyed the Star Wars tour. Let's do some weird fucking.
Let's get the boys' views on this week's weird news.
Actually, we'll do this one because it's very quick. So, would you like to know how to survive a mermaid attack? This is from 1527.
It would.
Please tell me.
Now, this is written in very old English, so I'm going to
Okay.
struggle to read it. The mermaid is a deadly beast that bring a man gladly to death. From the navel up, she is like a woman with a dreadful face, a long, slimy hair, a great body, and is like the. Oh man, this is just too much.
It's like the eagle in the
nether parts. Ooh.
Having feet and
Talons
to tear asunder.
Such as she getteth. Her tail is scaled like the fish, and she singeth a manner of sweet song. And therewith
deceiveth
a good mariner. Oh man.
Should we read the
For one they hear they fall on sleep commonly, and then she cometh and draweth them out of the ship, and teareth them asunder. But the wise mariners stop their ears, and see here, for when she playeth on the water, all they be in fear. And then they cast out an empty tun to let her play with it, till they be past her. This is specified of them that I've seen it.
Fantastic.
Well done,
Pirate Mike channeling Pirate Mike.
Well done, Mike. So you throw something out to distract them.
Yeah, you throw an empty barrel out.
So they're saying that a mermaid will tempt you in with a song and bite your face off or something.
Yeah.
So
And rip you asunder.
Wow. Wow. I'd definitely cut one in half and throw the human end in the sea.
Eat the other half.
Yeah. I'd do that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, wow, well done. So I'll try and keep that in mind if I'm ever on a boat and I hear the mermaid song. Cheers, man.
That's alright. Next one is a Catholic exorcist holding special mass to counter witch's hex on Kavanagh. Kavanagh's the guy that got appointed to the Supreme Court Justice.
Okay.
Role after basically kind of being proved that he sexually assaulted a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And a load of witches then decided to put a hex on him.
Did he use the Force to do it?
He certainly used some force.
Oh,
allegedly.
True. Funny because it's true.
So a load of witches decided to put a hex on him.
Okay, how's that going?
Well, they're going to do it. I don't know if they've done it yet. But what we do know is that as a response to the hex, Father Gary Thomas, the exorcist for the Diocese of San Jose, California, told the National Catholic Register that he was planning a special mass for Kavanagh on Thursday and Saturday. This is a conjuring of evil, not about free speech, Thomas said. Conjuring up personified evil does not fall under free speech. Satanic cults often commit crimes. They murder and sexually abuse everyone in their cult. Upon hearing of the hex, Thomas said he was appalled, and the other exorcists he shared the story with were equally as troubled by the planned event. The priest explained the hex shows people believe in the power of witchcraft and will direct evil to have a permanently adverse effect on Kavanagh. Though he is a rapist, allegedly.
It's not really working, is it? Because he's been fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this was after he was appointed. They put the hex on him.
Well, good luck to him, but fuck it up.
Yeah, so this is this priest. He's an exorcist.
Well, he needs to raise his fucking game.
Maybe easily impressionable as well. Who knows? You know that Canada's legalised marijuana for for fun this week?
Yeah. I'm very jealous, but good on them.
Well, only after 2 days of legalising cannabis, they're nearly out of weed.
That's brilliant.
What a headline.
Yeah. Police have been called to deal with crowds as the new system is criticised for being poorly thought out. Eager smokers
They didn't anticipate the huge demand, did
No.
they?
What fucking idiots.
I know, yeah.
Eager smokers are being turned away from stores selling the drug in some major cities after a vast amount of business worth millions of dollars is processed. The number of orders reaching 38,000 in Ontario province and 42,000 in Quebec.
Wow.
The volume of orders far exceeds the forecasts of the Quebec government pot retailer on the shortages. It was difficult to anticipate the volume of sales given the lack of data from a sector that 48 hours ago was still legal.
Oh, come on, they should have known.
They should have known that
Yeah.
everybody's ever had a token.
Yeah, they probably interview people in the streets when it's illegal and say, how many of you smoke? And no one's going to admit
Yeah,
to
no one's
it.
going to give the truth. The reality is fucking nearly everybody alive smokes dope. And like, hey, guess what, everybody? It's illegal today. You know what I mean? They're shocked. And they're fucking, oh, we've sold it all.
Apparently they can grow up to 4 plants as well, so and I suppose that's going to take months, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Good on them, man.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if the world, everyone just smoked a bit of pot every day, there will be much nicer place.
Yeah, unless it's your fucking pilot or something, or your surgeon.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Responsibly smoking.
You know what, you're
pot every
fucking
day.
your open heart surgeon trying to start the cup with a spoon.
And I don't want to catch my pilot in the smoking area smoking a fucking reefer.
Doing a massive bang and I just nodded at you.
You fly my flight. You on flight AC? Yeah, man.
I don't know, I think so. I can't read the numbers on this. What's my name?
You wake up and he's put a bong where your liver was. My bad, sorry man. Just trying to inhale smoke through a bloody liver.
You're doing a stone pilot landing at the fucking wrong airport. And just, oh fuck. Sorry everybody.
Responsibly smoke weed, and I'll add that.
You can't add responsibly to anything though, that's the thing.
I need free time.
You're supposed to drink responsibly, but who does that?
Your English teacher just puts on Cheech and Chong videos and sits there going and all the kids are watching it go, what's this shit? And you just like
Stop your wine and have another bong.
Yeah.
Pass it round, children, always to the left, remember?
Take one and pass it on.
What you learned today at school, little Timmy? I learned only pass to the left. Did you take one and pass it on, Dad?
Little Timmy just falls asleep in his face in his spaghetti.
And drowns to death.
So fucking stoned.
And then
Yeah, but Dad'd be stoned as well, so we wouldn't care.
That's Mike's dream world where everyone can make a Star Wars film and little Timmy can get fucking blitzed off his mind off grade A fucking smoke.
I said responsible. I said about kids doing it. I mean, 21-year-old.
Damn you and your hippie liberal agenda! You're trying to ruin Star Wars for us!
Fucking bus drivers falling asleep at the wheel, fucking hell. Oh, fantastic. It's a utopia.
Bus drivers. The automated.
You fucking have to be!
Mike wants your job. Can we pause it for a second
Yeah,
I've got
before we do Alex? Oh man. That was good.
Okay, so let's end on some full Alex. The show, Never Go Full Alex, the most popular quiz show in this flat. Game show in this flat, even.
Were you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
The idea is that Mike will find us two random weirdos who've been spouting off some random bollocks, and then put him against Alex Jones, who was obviously going to give his usual full-blooded performance.
We love you, Saint Alex.
We love you ironically, Saint Alex.
Yeah, ironically and sarcastically, we love you. And as a performer. So yeah, that's the game show.
As
We love it.
Alex.
So who's up first then, Mike?
Yeah.
First up, we've got a time traveller. Man claims to be from the year 2045.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, good old Apex TV.
Yeah, they're back. The fresh video.
I need to make this quick. I do not have long before I need to leave. They're tracking me and they know where I am right now. I need to make this quick. And I need to show you something that I have. But I need to show you this. My story... I know this is going to be hard to believe. For those of you who have not experienced this yourself, you will find this incredibly hard to believe, but I can assure you that I am telling the truth, and nothing but the truth, because you deserve to know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You deserve to know what's going on behind closed doors. Time travel exists, and it is being withheld from the public. We, as humans, currently have the ability to go into the future and come back. Do you understand how big of a deal this is? We can go into the future yet it's being hidden from the general public. I do not have long. I need to show you what I have. I need to show you. I'm from the year 2045. I'm a scientist and I worked on the machines that were developed to be released to the public. And it is released to the public in the year 2028. In the year 2045, humans and robots are converging into one. We are living as one. Artificial intelligence governs the entire world. There are no longer countries in the year 2028. I do not have long. They're looking for me right now. You need to understand, these may be my final moments. You do not understand the danger that I am in. I have a video from the year 2045, and I am going to show it to you. I have a video. In the future, we have no privacy. The future is not necessarily bad. I need you to understand this. But the future is very different, and I think you deserve to know. I believe that you, the people, deserve to know what is going on.
Skip it ahead a bit.
This is a video from the year 2045. In this video, you can see flying cars, and you can see the mega cities in which the people live in the future. Most of humanity lives in these mega cities, these gigantic cities that you can barely comprehend exist in the future, and they take up most of Earth, and people live within them. Overpopulation is an issue in the future. There are too many people. We're sending some people to Mars, but now we're going to start uploading our brains to computers. You, the people, deserve to know. Thank you for listening to me. I have to leave. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's the least convincing bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
What?
I believe in Ben.
A pile of utter...
Well,
his life's in danger.
for someone who's had much fucking time, he's had long enough fucking tell us every that much fucking time.
The worst.
He's all the time in the fucking world, he's a time traveller.
I have seen better acting on soap operas. What a pile of utter shit. I will never get those 5 minutes back.
No.
I apologise to the listener. I hate to put all my cards on the table after the first video, but fuck that man and everything he stands for. What a prick.
You know I'm quite bad at acting and stuff. Do you think
You're better than him.
Do you think I'd have done a better job than him in that
Of course you
video?
would. Fucking hell.
I mean,
amateur dramatics. It was, like you said, he's so desperate, his life's in so much danger, these could be my final moments. Well, hurry the fuck up then, it took you 6 minutes. We skipped to minute 6, I think, wasn't it? Oh no, around about minute 4.5 for him to fucking hold up an iPad where we could barely see the video of that could have been any PS4 game set in the future. He's fuck that. Video number 2, please, Mike.
Next video is Kanye West.
Okay, well this should be interesting.
I'm not going to play the whole because he goes on for fucking ever.
Yeah, he's no
Have you seen this?
He's been to visit Donald Trump, hasn't he?
Yeah, have you seen this?
I've heard audio.
Yeah, it's just astonishing.
Really, the reason why they imprisoned him is because he started doing positive for the community. He started showing that he actually had power, that he wasn't just one of a monolithic voice, but he could wrap people around. So there's theories that there's infinite amounts of universe and there's alternate universe. So it's very important for me to get Hoover out because in an alternate universe, I am him. And I have to go and get him free because he was doing positive inside of Chicago, just like how I'm moving back to Chicago, and it's not just about, you know, getting on stage and being an entertainer and having a monolithic voice that's forced to be a specific party. You know, people expect that if you're black, you have to be Democrat. I've had conversations that basically said that welfare is the reason why a lot of black people end up being Democrat. They say, you know, first of all, it's a limit to amount of jobs. So the fathers lose the jobs and they say, we'll give you more money for having more kids in your home. And then we got rid of the mental health institutes in the 80s and the 90s, and the prison rates just shot up. And now you have Chirac, what people call Chirac, which is actually our murder rate is going down by 20% every year. I just talked to the superintendent, met with Michael Sachs, that's Rom's right-hand man. So I think it's the bravery that helps you beat this game called life. You know, they tried to scare me to not wear this hat, my own friends, but this hat, it gives me power in a way. You know, my dad and my mom separated, so I didn't have a lot of male energy in my home. And also, I'm married to a family that, you know, not a lot of male energy going on. It's beautiful, though. But there's times where, you know, it's something about, you know, I love Hillary. I love everyone, right? But the campaign, I'm with her, just didn't make me feel as a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman, that's my favorite superhero. And you made a Superman cape for me also as a guy that looks up to you, looks up to Ralph Lauren, looks up to American industry guys. Non-political, no bullshit, put the beep on it, however you want to do it, 5 seconds delay, and just goes in and gets it done. Right now, you gave me the heart to go to Adidas, because at Adidas, when I went in 2015,
but anyway, basically that goes on. It's now a commentary from this guy.
Dude says like Kanye West metaphorically sucking off Donald Trump or Donald Luxembourg's vaguely interested in his direction.
Am I mistaken? Was he was talking about replacing Hoover in the spirit world, like J. Edgar Hoover?
No, it's Hoover, somebody in the administration.
Yeah. I thought he was only J. Edgar Hoover myself, mate. To be fair. I was like, what, is he going back in time now?
He's a Superman. He's a fucking...
someone in the administration, I think.
So how mentally ill is Kanye West?
Quite. There is a theory out there that he's suffering from bipolar because he's tweeted a lot of very weird shit and he's just acting weird.
Yeah, that goes on forever. Like, they're just spewing up just bullshit. I don't know what the fuck he's on about.
Trump wasn't even looking that interested himself.
Trump couldn't follow it, could he?
Probably wanted to kill himself.
I found it difficult to follow it. There's no way Trump was following that.
He's probably had a lot of drugs.
I saw him perk up when he said Democrat. Oh, someone's talking politics again.
Yeah.
Hillary was like, oh.
He just sits there like a fucking fat toad nodding around.
Well, you gave him a handshake and a hug. What else do you want?
That was insanity. So.
Yeah.
And now on to the man himself, Saint. Picture just come up of him wearing his shades, looking like a boss.
Indoors.
Yeah. On his own show. What a man.
It's another bit of a compilation from Alex. Alex Jones gives up on humanity, superhuman.
God, I've tried so hard. I just belong to some other age, I guess. You know, humans don't communicate anymore, or they gibber and jabber about stuff that doesn't matter, and then they send a text message and never communicate with anybody about anything of substance. It's spiritual death. And then I just come to the realization, out of trillions of worlds, we're going to probably die. Everything we did as a species and all of our beauty and all of our goodness will just fail. And we're going to go down the tubes because a bunch of inbred child molesters in Hollywood had some psychotic dream that they wanted to kill everybody. You know, humanity just has to fall. Civilization has to fall. It just has to go down. And you know it's going to go down too. And I just have been a fool trying to prop it up. It's just at a certain point you're like, God Almighty, this is what death looks like. This is what laziness looks like. No one has the instinct or the will to execute anything real. They only execute failure. I want to be loved by CNN even though I don't watch it. We have total illegal censorship going on. We have them bragging about it. We have them dead to rights. No one will attack. No one wants to do it. never took action when all the tools were right there in our hands because we weren't meant to. We couldn't do it. We didn't want it. I give my children fish oil every day. They love it. It's really good for them.
So Alex has won that this week.
I think Kanye's got it.
Not the time traveller.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about that prick. Well, he's the biggest prick on earth. He hasn't even gone fun Alex, he's just a fucking con man, attention seeking shit GCSE drama dropout. Fucking drama school dropout.
I'm sure we've seen him before on this Apex TV.
Well, he's got his face burned out of the fucking
Because
You've
it's always a
I've
skinny...
seen that blurred out face bloke before.
Because it's always a skinny guy in a hat. It's always a skinny, pale guy in a hat. That's why.
Instead I recognise his voice, I might have been able to.
No, because they always distort that, don't they? They distort the face, but there's always a skinny guy in a hat. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, who do you think's got it this week? Who's your vote for?
Well, Alex, he's just talking bullshit, ain't he? Fucking time travelling bloke. But is he going more for Kanye? He's just babbling insanity. Alex is making some kind of point saying he's going to go down fighting. It's hard to pick. I'm going with Alex. Fuck it.
Fair enough. I'm with Kanye. Who you got, Mike?
Oh,
Casting
casting
vote this
vote.
week. You could go for the time
I
travel
might,
vote.
you know. I
Call
was
it
thinking about
three-way
it.
split.
But no, I've got to go with Kanye.
Fair play.
Kanye
He's
was
just babbling insanity.
I know, but that's it. He's gone
He's
full
gone
Alex.
for Alex
But-
to the president.
No, even with Alex, I think there's going to be a
Yeah, but that
rhyme
was
or
just-
reason.
Alex is acting.
That was just a sample. You go online, you watch the whole clip.
Nah, your brain will melt.
It is insanity, honestly. That's why he wins it for me.
Fair enough.
So that's it. I'm sure we'll come back to Star Wars at some point. You know,
Yeah.
maybe focus on an individual movie and long form it, because let's face it, we like talking about Star Wars.
Do.
There'll be another new film to talk about as well soon.
Yeah, that's true. We can do an exclusive release or something.
Yeah, man. So
Spoiler-filled episode.
maybe I'll get less stoned, but we'll see. It's not a promise.
Alright, so...
Good job in Canada, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oosh.
Yeah, wrap it up, my friend.
So that's been our Star Wars Symposium. Bit of an epic, actually, as it turned out.
It has.
So I've been Ben. I'm going to say, don't drink the Flavour Aid and don't join a cult. I'm fucking
You're
battered.
drunk. I'm stoned.
It's not even drunk. It's just the fact that I've been that fucking ill. I've just been hit by it.
Lightweight.
Probably the paracetamol I'm taking as well. Booze and drugs, gas, modern medicine.
My old ways of rubbing off on you. The pharmaceuticals and the alcohol. Ah, what a fine mix. So yeah, let's try wrapping up again.
Well, I've been Ben. Don't drink the Flavour Aid. Don't join a cult.
Yep. I've been Gaz. Free Biff Tannen. Bye.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
I'm going to say it now. You
No,
started.
I've started. I'm on training to be a Padawan.
So you're a youngling then?
I am a Padawan.
No, like we
training to be a
established
Jedi.
last week, he's the oldest Padawan in the galaxy.
Got a skullet and a rat tail.
And a middle-aged spread.
I got that now.
Can't keep up with the 11-year-olds doing somersaults.
Can't do that now.
Fucking wait for me. I can't do a fucking backflip. I can barely get up the stairs. Nah, you'll be fine, Mike. I'll use the force to get up the stairs.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. May the force be with you always.